What up, y'all? This your boy Westside Willie, pilot of the Bebop, coming in. I'm just letting y'all know that we will be departing from Detroit very shortly. So everybody get in their seats, sit down, relax, and if there's any thickums on this flight, you're invited to the cockpit.
Bebop, we got it on lock. Check your wristwatch. Tick-tock, time for lift off. You hear the stars calling. Baby, come and hold me tight. Cause the sky's falling in deep space, writing these jams. All I need is Jordan, don't look back. It's a price on your head, and they'll double that pay. If you alive, not dead. These cats is new to these scenes and new to these walls. And when the shots start firing, they start to look for the door. Baby, don't get too close. I'm a cowboy. Wake up and see that I'm gone, I'm where the stars going. One thing I can say about life is that it's not born. And one thing I can say about us, we'll never stop hunting. I'm with my day ones, double shot, messing with my third eye. Brody wanna tag along, well we need a fourth mic, I plead the fifth. If the feds start catching up in space so long, I'm getting used to us suiting up. I'm with my day ones, double shot, messing with my third eye. Brody wanna tag along, well we need a fourth mic, I plead the fifth. If the feds start catching up in space so long, I'm getting used to us suiting up.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Bebop boys
Hey,
back.
start it back, bro. Do it with more energy. What the fuck was that?
I'm sorry, I'm high. Microphone check 1 2 1 2.
This is
Bebop
the
boys
same energy.
back.
I'm doing the intro, bro.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Welcome back to the motherfucking Bebop
take
Boys
the right
podcast. This is your boy Eastside Peach and the Beboppers.
I refuse to be known as that.
Welcome back to the Bebop Boys podcast, where we talk about movies, comic books, anime, and all types of fly shit. But today we're just talking about comic books and anime. No movies. No, we're gonna talk about movies too. So we're gonna do everything that we just said that we're gonna do, and all types of fly shit. What you taking out money for?
I was making sure I had enough money for West.
What the fuck? You gonna check it now?
Yeah. Bro, that's no, because the bitch at the movie, the bitch at the movie theater, she gave me the wrong drink, right? So I was like, yo, give me a small. This motherfucker gave me a large. I'm like, I ain't gotta pay for that, right?
For it?
I was like, I ain't gotta pay for that, right? She was like,
No more
you
getting
wanted
high
a
for
large, right?
fraud.
I'm like, no, I ain't want a large, I wanted the small. She literally charged me for the large.
Bitch, you're not gonna charge me for your mistake.
And then I paid with my Apple Music, Apple Pay. So yeah, it was it was a
over.
whole
It's over.
yeah. I'm like, I'm the hot one, girl. Like, what the fuck?
I accidentally donated the other day at the gas station.
Oh, I know you was heated.
I was so mad.
You was like,
I'm like, bro, I got 2 candy bars and a water. I'm like, why the fuck is that $14?
this going towards the tunnels.
It was towards children in school. I basically put it towards Target range.
Target.
Yeah, it was
Fuck
towards
Target.
schools.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey.
American culture.
Hey, Bebop 2K.
Bebop 2K.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got
Bebop 2K.
I thought-
Fly. Yeah.
Bro, I thought we were talking about something.
V-Bucks.
25 something.
Yeah, 25.
Yeah, we're getting up there.
2,564.
Yo, that's
Yeah.
fucking dope. That's
Yeah.
dope as fuck.
It is
Speaking of
dope.
which, let's shout out old boy.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
HIV.
What's
No, you're
Hold
the
up.
best reader. Go ahead.
Let me we got a message or a comment from somebody, and his name is Tony Lucido Pay. He says, so my buddy got the HIV. Yeah, he is HIV positive, but don't worry. The doctor said he got the good kind of HIV, which, yeah, there is the good HIV and the bad HIV, and he got the good, which is good because he be living.
That's good.
Can you give him a shout out, please? If you don't, I'll spam you for life. You can still spam us for life, but shout outs to your HIV positive homie.
Shout
Hopefully
out, bro.
he's not a bug chaser.
what is the good?
And-
What is the
Yeah.
good HIV?
Shit.
Where he's alive.
Yeah,
Well,
where he
guess
be
it's-
living.
I
Magic
guess it's a
Johnson?
matter of perspective. Like if you're a bug chaser and you want it,
A bug chaser?
you wasn't in the group
No,
chat
no.
yesterday.
I wasn't about to look that up.
Yesterday,
I wasn't about to look
so yesterday was the reason. I didn't even look it up. I just got it off the context of what they were saying. I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. But
Wait, so you guys saw it?
what?
Never mind.
No, so yesterday was my daily reminder of why I wish the rumbling was real. Because I found out about bug chasers and now I want all of humanity to be gone.
Wait, bug chasers?
People that it's gay people that intentionally seek out people with HIV. They're attracted to people who have HIV.
We don't got the one gay person on the pod today to defend himself.
He's not one of them.
the group chat.
So he just said it like it's just normal
That's
Yo,
Yeah.
yo,
I mean, it's a
Tonio,
thing.
Tonio, we bring you
Hey,
to court, bro.
Hey, everybody
Bring
has
you
their things.
anyway. Shout outs to homies,
Yeah.
homie.
Shout out to homies, homie, indeed.
Yeah, that's
Shout out
weird.
to homie
Well,
with the
wait,
HIV
Congratulations
positive.
for living.
Wait,
Yeah.
all right, never mind.
You
Okay,
positive.
That is a fucking federal offense.
He's living
Anyway,
like
it is,
That's
actually.
a crime,
it is
I think it's a crime to give people.
if they unknowingly do it.
but they doing it. All right, never mind.
Look.
all right. This is pandering.
Anyway, I'm proud. We got our first clip that got 1 million views. We got our channels over 2,500.
We're about to hit 2 million views on the channel itself.
Yeah, that's dope as fuck.
I think we're at like
Yeah.
1,800,000.
Yeah, good shit.
If y'all want to DM us, DM Persia.
Huh? Yeah, that's
That's
huge.
Yeah,
Huge.
DM,
That's
DM
that's
Very
fucking
huge.
awesome. And all we did was keep doing the pod every week.
Yep.
So
We're fucking getting there.
consistency matters.
Fuck Batman.
Consistency
What?
matters.
See, you about
It's,
to.
it's a snowball
about to-
effect.
Oh, no.
We
Oh,
about to
no.
move
Snowball
forward.
effect.
Yeah.
Everybody go drop right back down to 700.
No, they go start cycling through them clips and seeing what we say.
Yeah, I know. That's fucking wild.
For real. In
Out
like
of
the matter
nowhere.
of fucking
Just
for real.
from
Less
gooning.
than 2
So
weeks.
now we got to start doing that with other things. Lear, start dropping music.
Come to the studio next week.
Where's
Am
the
I?
studio?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
it's
26th.
an,
Yeah, I'll be there.
it's parallel.
It's right by the house.
Parallel Studios. You know where it's at, right?
Nope.
Sterling
It's
Heights.
parallel.
I'll go.
I'll be there in the corner.
Anton. Yeah, he's coming in from LA. I think he's here already. I ain't trying to,
Yeah, I'll come to that. But yeah, we got to start. Now we just got to take that same approach, apply it to other shit.
Yeah.
We about to be out of here like rockets. Like rockets.
Stop it.
You know what I'm saying?
Stop it.
Like
We just got our
Airplane.
followers.
rockets.
Airplanes, the
Like-
night sky.
I'm watching
like
Airplane.
stars.
I'm watching
I
Airplane.
really use a wish right now.
We're losing
Wish right
everybody.
now. Wish right now.
I'm about to tie the creator, y'all. Y'all keep playing. Y'all keep playing.
It's fucking.
Bro, okay, speaking of me and Matt,
Yeah.
you watched Moonrise.
I did.
Speaking of rockets,
Yeah.
how far are you into Moonrise?
3 episodes.
Okay, what do you think of it so far?
Well, so far I'm liking it. Like I like it a lot.
Where is Moonrise and where can we find it?
Netflix.
Yep, Moonrise is a Netflix anime. It's Netflix original. Because it's not based off of manga. I tried looking up
So
the
it's
manga.
original?
I guess.
I guess so. Like there's no manga of it.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, the director of it is the same director of Attack on Titan. The character design, same character designs of Full Metal Alchemist. And the music was the same music from some other big anime. But pretty much what it's about, there's a colony on the moon, and they're like, we're connected, the Earth and the moon are connected, and the people on the moon are just kind of like throwaways, like kind of criminal people that really don't
So
attribute to
Australia.
society. Yeah, Australia. And the moon, the guy on the moon, like the main captain of the moon, is like, fuck the Earth, we can't rely on them, they're
Yeah, fuck them
fuck
Earthlings.
them. So like kind of commits a terrorist attack. And our main protagonist,
Oh shit, where
he has
hit?
some
Where he hit?
I don't know, a tower, like a very
They
very
just love them
yeah,
towers.
big
don't they?
towers.
Yeah,
Yep.
just clip that hand movement real quick.
It was like a bridge.
Yeah, like a pillar.
It's like a bridge between Earth and the
Oh,
moon.
not the Canadian
Did
bridge.
you just do the same hand movement?
Yeah.
I did this and this.
Oh, damn it.
And the main protagonist has like, he's going through things where like there's memory shit, like, because it starts off already in it, like you're already in the action, and then it shows you the day that it happens, and then the main protagonist is like an adopted kid, and then you see his past. It turns out he was part of the moon, and then his life was like a lie. He got sent to Earth, and that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Mm.
Um,
How bad you gotta fuck up to be sent to Earth?
Bro, like, okay, look. So this all stemmed from, I saw a post on Facebook where somebody shared it, and they were like it said something about how Moonrise is like a good anime and Netflix never promotes their animes and like yada yada yada. So I was like, and then it was like, it literally said for fans of Attack on Titan or Vinland
That
Saga.
was right up your alley.
And I was like, okay, let's see what's up.
Vinland Saga, I love Vinland Saga. No, you
not
don't like it?
impressed. Not impressed, eh?
You don't like
Look, no, because
it? The way you
I
talked
don't know.
about it was like,
I don't know if it's because like maybe I don't think this is it, but I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. But I don't think this was it. But maybe it was because I was sick, so I had like brain fog or something. But and I don't want to like get too much into it because I don't want to ruin it for you. But like at the same time, like, bro, fuck you. I'm just like,
What? Fuck me? Fuck you.
Bro, I realize that I am a very story based. Like the story is
Oh,
the
you
most.
just realizing?
Yes, the story is the most important aspect to me, and like the anime is beautiful. Like
I was gonna
the
say that.
animation is beautiful.
It's some of
way
the
it's
best
drawn
animation
is
I've seen.
awesome.
Yeah.
Like all of that, but
It's fucking
the
phenomenal.
story is like, I was like, what the fuck happened? Like, what is happening? Like when I texted you guys to watch it, I was like 5 episodes in, and I'm like, how did we get here? Like, what the fuck is happening? Like, bro, like, so even in the part that you're talking about, when it starts off,
Yup.
So conflicting.
no, when it starts off, the main character is just like, they show, so one thing is like they do these flashbacks and you can't really tell that you're in a flashback. Like it's like they're just jumping
So it's like
around.
no type of like filter to let you know like it's a flat.
Not really.
Not
Like
really, yeah.
not really. And then like so it starts off like at a time skip, then it goes back to the beginning, and this kid is just like a rich kid, and all of these characters that you just saw in the flashback who are like soldiers or whatever the fuck are just like random rich kids or whatever on Earth. And then next thing you know, by the end of the episode, they start saying that the rich kid is, and not even just the rich kid, like all of them are prisoners. I'm like, prisoners of what? They
Society.
War.
They didn't show that they did anything.
See-
Like they didn't say why so they're soldiers, but they're soldiers like how in the 85 they were soldiers. Like they no
88 to people.
no 86. 86.
Yo, I got the wrong.
I was about to say, no
But,
one's seeing that show now.
like they're like prisoners, so they're being used as soldiers and like whatever, but you never said what they did. Like what are they in trouble for?
The part that threw me off was the main
Getting
character. So when the terrorist attack happens, the main character and like his buddies, they get thrown into a submarine to like survive all this. And then they come out of the submarine. The main character goes back to like a whole desolate, like blown up place. He goes to his house. When he's at his house, detectives pull up saying, yeah, you're under arrest because you're linked to the terrorist attack. Is following it so far. While he's getting interrogated, his old friend like comes in to interrogate him, and then when they're in there, like he says everything he knows about his past as a child. Then the detectives come in and saying, okay, now you both are under arrest or whatnot. And then the next scene is like him with all his old friends that were in that submarine. And then they're just like, all right, guys, our mission is to go fight the people on the moon. And
yeah,
I'm
like
oh,
what the fuck?
okay.
bro?
So I get what you're saying.
Pacing's a little weird.
Yeah,
the pacing is like unbelievably all over the place. But
the
you gotta
opposite of One Piece.
like yes.
So it's fast.
Yes, but like I
We're
think
done.
if I was
Super
to like if I was to put anything as to why I think it's like it didn't work for me, like when you finish it, like there's gonna be
So
spoilers.
is it a one and done?
I'm about to spoil it, but
Good.
when you finish it, you can tell me like, yes, it's a one and done. But that's part of the problem. It's like 18 episodes. Imagine if they tried to put seasons 1 through 3 of Attack on Titan in 18 episodes.
That's like that's
Like
big
these
delusion.
niggas change hands 4 times in this 18
Wait,
episodes.
change hands.
Like who their position,
Oh,
each of their
okay.
positions changes like at least 3 or 4 times throughout the 18
It
episodes.
sound like me.
Which is like and then it's like nothing is impactful because of how quick the pacing is. Like somebody dies, I literally didn't even know he died. Like I didn't know he died until they showed his gravestone. And then I looked up and I was like, wait, what the fuck? When did he die? And then I go back and look and I'm like, oh, they didn't show him dying. Like his death was implied, but then they acted like it was a big deal. Like they like showed him, he went off to go check on somebody, and then there was an explosion, and then you go back. That was how the episode ended. And then the next episode, like they're just doing something else.
Show his
Like-
body.
and then they show like, oh, he's at his grave. And I was like,
That's bad. That's bad.
bro. But then it's like they introduce new characters and like who each person. It was just like too much, bro. It's like like if you're gonna flesh out a story, you need time to flesh out the story. You can't rush through that. Like even if you're trying to achieve depth, you can't do it that quickly because you don't get a chance. You don't get a chance to connect with anyone. Like there was no connection. I didn't get any kind of like.
So you ain't get connected to any character.
No character at all. I didn't understand any of the characters. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like the connection between the main character and that other dude's kind of gay. Kind of like Antonio was
That's why
saying.
you ain't like it.
No, I didn't say that. See, don't do trying to put words
I'm
in my
getting
mouth.
some romance from
Fucking
them.
right winger.
Hold on. So did you like any characters?
I mean, I'm only 3 episodes in, so at the moment, I mean, they're cool. Like, I'm not attached to any of them. I think the main character is like your cool, badass kind of dude that's like a little goofy, but I mean,
What's his name? Zan?
Jake
Jake.
Shadow.
Yeah, Jacob Shadow.
Yeah.
But they
Gotta
call
keep-
him,
NPC ass
I'm about to say,
name.
they
it's a
call him
Splinter
that.
Cell
You know,
game.
you say no.
You better look out for
Yes,
Jake
dark.
Shadow.
Actually, did
cat.
you meet Harry Cox yet? Harry Cox didn't show up
I
yet.
don't think so. But what I will say,
You know what?
That's his name.
What I will
There's
say,
a guy in
This
there named Harry
DEI
Cox.
shit.
like,
Hell no.
Persia was saying, animation is fucking gorgeous and phenomenal. The first episode, it feels like it's a great setup for a video game. Like this is something that I would want to
Yeah, I
play.
can see that.
Because as I'm watching it, I'm like, man, like it gave me like Dark Cloud kind of vibes. And like when they're in space and there's like ships going on and then like
Dark
I
Cloud
like that
has
kind
one
of
of
vibe.
the best weapon systems
Yeah.
in any video game.
I like.
The power system looks really fucking sick.
It looks
too.
awesome.
Like
Is it like a mech anime?
no,
No.
it's like technological.
Gundam would
We don't even know where their fucking power is. What is
Yeah.
that thing
The
that they're
moon.
doing? Like, no, bro.
The
like,
Harry Cox.
there is so many there's so many questions. Like for me, at like even watching it, like none of it made sense. Like from what I like, they didn't go into the backstories of any of these things. Like they didn't explain why the people, like as far as we know, the only reason that they have like a beef between like Moon and Earth is that like the people on the moon are like throwaways. Like they don't, like on Earth they try to make it look like Earth is like a utopia now, and like there's no discrimination, there's no blah 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 blah,
Well,
and all the brokies are on the moon. But then like
all the
they're
broke niggas on the moon.
but then they're like getting their resources from the moon and taking from the moon and
That
bringing
does-
it back to
That's an
Earth.
allegory.
But so like
Yeah, it's all whole
it is,
metaphor.
but like there's no depth to the what is the history? Why is this happening? Like what are you talking? Like what the fuck are you talking about?
That's kind of
Like-
like how they explain history in school. They
Yeah,
just,
literally.
yeah,
Like-
skim over shit.
But then like we don't understand like the main character Jacob and like whatever, they have some weird suit thing or whatever, like they have these powers. They don't explain where the powers come from. There's some AI thing that's like a
yeah.
a visual chat GPT, and like that is what makes all the decisions. Like
That's the government.
Yeah,
They don't have humans as government. It's
Yeah.
AI now.
like their government is an AI, and like the AI makes all the decisions, so everyone just follows it. But then it's like, what is this thing? Where the fuck did it come from? When did you implement this? Why are you listening to it? Like, what the fuck, like, bro? And then like that is really stemming the whole war. It was just
That
like
sounds very confusing.
it's so
Yeah.
confusing, bro. It's like, and I'm being cautious because I don't want like them bitch ass bleach niggas to come after. Oh, like what do you mean you didn't get
I
it, bro?
don't think
man,
I don't
they
think
ran
there's
the
going to be
numbers up.
any fans
No, there's
like
not.
that for
But
this.
but you saying that there's no, it's not based off a manga actually makes it make more sense, because I feel like that's whenever I watch an anime where the story doesn't seem like it's fleshed out well, there was no manga attached to it.
Yeah.
So there's no like there was no story, like they made the story up. And I feel like the other one that I watched that was like that was a Netflix one too. And I
88?
can't remember what it was. 86 was good.
Okay.
86 was even fast paced, but at least they stayed on one topic. Like it's not like the 86 nigga became one of the Nazi niggas and then like he switched from a Nazi to like an American and then back to a Nazi. Like that's like, bro, that's what happened. The main character played every possible side in the whole show in 18 episodes. What the fuck?
That's Netflix. That's what Netflix does.
Bro, I almost turned that
I'll
shit off.
finish it, and we'll see whether we have a
But you're
future
enjoying
diary
it so far.
situation, or I'm just gonna be like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we'll see. Cause bro, like when you get to like there are so many betrayals, bro. So many like opposite ends of things, and like by the end of it, like none of it mattered. Like none of it means anything. Like it's not impactful at all, which is like fucking insane. But that's why I'm like, I don't think anything matters to me as much as the story of a show or something like that. Like I need to be able to follow what's happening.
I can get that because if you're an animation person, again, I keep bringing it up. Fucking phenomenal animation,
Yeah.
and then it being Fullmetal Alchemist character design, as characters are like popping up, I'm like, that looks like that person. Ooh, that looks like that person. Like the Moon Lord looks like Harrenhal. Like literally the same fucking dude.
Yeah.
The main protagonist is literally Eric, or is that his name?
What are their names right now?
From what?
Full Metal.
Alchemist, main dude.
Elric?
Ed.
Ed.
God damn.
What's the other brother name again? I forget. Alphonse.
Alphonse, yeah.
Ed.
Like it looks
they got
just
some
like him.
fucking German names.
Okay, it looks just like him, and
So the director might be German then, because I mean, Attack on Titan looked like supposed to be like some
that's
place.
he just really loves Germany.
There's a difference though, because like he's the director of the Attack on Titan anime. He's not the creator of Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
It's not the same
Direct-
story.
yeah.
It's not
Yeah, yeah.
So there's a
No,
difference
yeah.
there.
So, but you know what? That's what it was. There was another show, like you know, when I first watched Attack on Titan, boy, I was a little anime horny. So I was like, yeah, I was like, you know what I'm saying? I was a little anime horny, you know what I'm saying? I was just like,
He looking at his eyes.
stop looking at me
Then
like
he
that.
cut his eyes.
So, bro, so
I went in
I
for
was-
the kiss, but he backed down.
there was a website where it's like you look up anime and then it'll tell you other animes that are similar to this
Yeah,
anime
YouTube
by
does
like
that.
fan ranking. It was like people that were like going in there and be like, if you like this, you'll probably like this.
Clearly, they're fucking.
So I was
wrong.
looking at, there were two that were like that they were like, these are like the closest to Attack on Titan. And one was like something, they were both done by
Get outside, live life.
Wit Studio.
Yeah, love someone.
Schindler's List.
No, there was
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood there?
say again?
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, is that one of them?
No,
That
they
would
were
be
like
for me,
two
man.
like made around the same time as, but they were like, one was like the Gurren of the blah 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 of the fortress or some dumb shit.
Wait,
And
wait.
the other one was
I think I know what that one is.
no, you don't. And
Something of a fortress, of an iron fortress?
yes,
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is. I
that's a
showed
good
him at his
anime.
house.
yeah.
I've
So,
seen it.
It is like Attack on
shit.
Titan.
but
Thank you.
that one wasn't based off a manga either. And then that one, like,
Tell.
it felt like the pacing was like very like by the end of it, you're like, nigga, what are y'all talking
Bro,
about?
yeah,
Like-
yeah, because they don't explain how
They don't
the-
explain, like,
the
bro, you
conflict
got to
or
get into the depth of it, like to really nail that. It's just you can't do it unless you start like there's explanations. That's where the connection comes from. Where you're like when you're watching like Attack on Titan or something, you're like, why is this happening to these niggas? This is
Well,
fucked up.
if you make something like that, like very paced like that, you're gonna have to make the characters very, very likable because you're depending on the characters to tell the story. Because obviously you're pacing it very, very badly. So,
Yeah, like-
the story isn't like gonna hold up. Like
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like there was a connection there too. Like I don't know why. So like I don't know why in Attack on Titan it was so different from like other ones because like each one that tries to do something similar, the only one I could see that was like that, which it's not exactly like Attack on Titan, but like Dead Man Wonderland did a good job of it too, where it's like they built it up all through the first episode. Because in the first episode of Moonrise, this nigga's parents dies too, but so what? Like, like we saw these niggas for 5 seconds. Who gives a fuck?
Exactly, yeah.
I'm always gonna say Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood to me is the closest thing to Attack on Titan.
I
The
can
only
see
one
that.
I think
where
if you go ahead.
where it starts off just you're already established in the world. You kind of get the vibe of just a basic anime where it's like, okay, there's the power system, there's the good guys, there's the bad guys, and then as it goes on, it keeps adding questions and questions, and then twists and twists, and the twists change how you view the whole story in both Attack on Titan and Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah. And I could see that. See, the thing to me though is like it's like people were saying that Moonrise was good, and Moonrise was like to me it's just like meh. But then I'm like so if the story isn't your driving factor, what is what do you consider a good anime?
Maybe
Like-
a lot of people consider just the animation good. Just
But like,
what makes them.
how is that
Like, we
enough
saw-
to make you watch it? Like,
But we saw that with the Anime Awards. They was like, yo, something is. We said, I think it was either JJK. It's kind of carried by animation. a little
See,
bit.
here I will say, like with Demon Slayer, I would say that's the biggest example of carried by animation, and not in a bad way, because the Demon Slayer story, you guys read it. It's nothing too crazy. Like, it's a good story because they give you your answers, they give you the moments, they give you characters that you give a shit about. But I would say, as I'm saying it, that's probably the biggest thing. Like you were saying, they're giving you characters that you give a shit about and actually connect to.
It's fairly basic.
I would say, and like if I'm reading the manga all the way up to where they're at now, like the Infinity Castle, because the Infinity Castle I would say is really good. Like from here on out, it's really good story. But just the manga from the beginning to that point, it's pretty meh. Like even the Entertainment District with Gyutaro and Tengen,
Oh my
that
God,
fight is only in the anime.
I'm gonna
Like
talk
in
about
the
that a little
manga,
later.
it's only just one page, and like. I think Demon Slayer is one of the best animes out because of the animation.
yeah, but like you can't couple like a bad story with
Right.
good animation.
Yeah, that's
and
where- that's where
if
it's
you
enough.
don't have a lot of brain.
But that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
if
Like
it was a
like
bad
at
story.
least like if you're gonna give like Demon Slayer, even I wouldn't say the
Characters say
story.
Demon-
I wouldn't say the story is bad.
No, not
like
at all.
it is basic. It's like a normal kind of like it's not like a tremendous like deep story, but yeah, it is animation driven. Like because like it's beautiful, but
Very
like
surface level.
Yeah, like-
story wise.
yeah, but it's like you can't do that with like a. But then like if you even fuck the pacing up on that, it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
it's
100%.
still
The-
fleshed
yeah,
out as
the
much as it
pacing
needs
in
to
Demon
be.
Slayer is very good. Like
Yeah.
you follow it. There's no like, what the fuck is going on? There's never a part where you're like, what the fuck?
yeah, but I mean, I think it's easier to pace because the storyline is very
That's
basic.
simple,
So it's
yeah.
very simple.
like
to just-
JJK, you bringing
stab.
that up. Let's say it was just based off
You
the
fuck
anime.
up pacing in a manga.
You'd be
Let's-
surprised.
Your
What the
time,
fuck,
nigga. Take your time,
Bro,
You
they
making it.
they fucked up the pacing in Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
Like I'm
like,
reading it currently. And
Just
I'm
the
like, bro, I
based
don't wanna
off
read
the
this.
anime, JJK is carried like it would be the story. Like I would say based off the anime, like the animation, I've come around. It's really good at points. Like in the Shibuya arc, there are parts where it's some of the best animation I've seen from JJK, like the Sukuna fight, especially the Yuji. Yeah. Toji. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. And then the Yuji versus Chozo fight, like that, fucking phenomenal. But the story of the Shibuya arc was fantastic. Like the pacing was good, the impact, the emotions, the deaths. Then after here, like the story is the worst pacing thing, but then it is carried by the fights.
Yeah,
because
but-
the fights are
I
fucking
think it's carried by
phenomenal.
the characters too. A lot.
No,
Yes, I will
well,
say.
after this,
Fuck fights.
not really. The characters, there's not a lot.
See, the only one
haven't read
person
past
would be
you.
Maki, because Maki becomes my favorite character. Like
Which one's Maki again?
pro women.
the girl with the glasses that has no.
Oh
curse
yeah,
technique.
yeah. No, but yeah, her character for sure.
Other than that,
110%.
yeah.
But there's so many characters, and hers is the only one that's like
actually gets
interesting in the Cullen
development
games.
and changes.
But
and
the writer said that he just wanted to end it. So that's why he did the Cullen game to just rush the ending.
Yep.
So that like he literally said that he's fucking up the pacing because
and
he just didn't want to write it.
without
That's
spoiling
annoying
like
as
really
fuck.
anything. Yuta, like up to this point, even a little bit after this, is like probably my favorite character.
Yeah.
And then after this next arc, just like
What's his name?
I think the characters
Does
are
he-
very interesting in JJK. Just even their powers and what their curse powers and what they.
We're not spoiling things right now.
I thought I knew that.
No, Uta doesn't die. What's his name? My favorite character is the gambling one.
Reanimate
The what?
fucking ghost.
The gambling guy.
No, honestly, what's my man who just lost his hand and got a crush on that girl? Start with a T.
Throw the whole bitch away, bro.
for real.
Toto.
Toto.
Hikari. Hikari's my favorite.
Oh yeah. No, I fuck with the car.
Hikari is like if Toto was cool.
Yeah,
That's very
that's good. way to
That's
put it.
very disappointing though, because JJK was like super exciting when it first
Yeah,
like
When they showed
when
me
you
that
first
movie, I love that shit.
Dude,
when
I
you
was-
first like started like showing it, I was like, okay, we got something new going.
Dude,
And then-
yeah, it was my favorite thing. When I was reading the manga, after I watched the first season, fucking loved it, read the manga after the Shibuya arc, I was saying this is my favorite fucking manga. Like, I fucking loved it. And then, like, during the Calling game, me and my friends were reading it, they were like really hating it, and I was trying my hardest, my absolute hardest to defend it, to be like, no,
I was doing that with Love and
it's
Thunder.
good, it's
I
all
didn't
right.
do that with either one.
And now it's now that it's all said and done, I'm like, yep, that was dog shit.
Yeah,
that was awful. And that's another one that's character driven. Like even to this day, those are some of my favorite anime characters in all of anime, and
it's very disappointing.
So annoying. Yeah,
it's very disappointing because it's especially like like I think that of all of us, like I probably dig the most into like anime by itself. Like I don't really read as much, and I don't watch like mangas
Okay, all
or
right.
comics.
All right.
Like so, Nick is like a manga comic guy. You're a manga comic guy. Antonio's like comics. Lear is beer. And
Yeah.
and like
beer.
but like I like watch just
I like
drink.
Piccolo
Oh, okay. Yeah.
but like I like to like I like anime like the as a medium. So like that's how I like to consume shit. And it like the more anime you watch, you see like there's like most anime is just does what it's supposed to do. Like so it's hard to find like one that's like exciting. Like that's one that's like stands out. And JJK was one that did, and then they're just about to fuck it up.
I mean, you guys might still enjoy it.
I'm not gonna enjoy it.
No, I will say like animated wise, this
They already
could
fucked
be.
it up.
Towards the end, it got a little bit better.
Yeah, no,
with
yeah.
like
after,
the whole
right after
background with
the
Sukuna.
Yeah, right after the Colin game, they get you back into it. Like
Yeah.
it does really pull you back in.
Yeah, because that whole like, don't get me wrong, they dragged the fuck out of that.
See, that's
Sukuna
where
fight.
it happens.
God
is when it
damn.
gets dragged out, because then it gets to the point you're like, yeah, I'm loving where it's going. Oh, the next issue, I can't wait. And then you're like, wait, it's keep going on. Wait a minute, it's not over. Wait a minute, wait, what the fuck? Wait,
Everyone
wait.
gets a shot at Sukuna, and then
it's
they
like-
defeat him with the talk no jutsu. That's
When is
crazy.
when's the animation supposed to come out? The anime supposed to come out.
that how?
Kind of, pretty much.
Kind of. Yuji.
Yeah,
Yuji's domain is interesting, and honestly, though, I kind
I
of
hate
fuck
that.
with his domain.
No, I love it.
Like his domain,
But
because
why bring it
everybody's
out to
domain.
right there?
Yeah, everybody's domain is like crazy. Like everybody's domain is like crazy complicated to it in an extent. Like Hikari's domain is like gambling, but he's immortal for like 10 seconds. But that's only if he fucking gets a jackpot in the slots. But then his fucking cursed energy allows him to get like lucky energy. So again, everybody's domain is very, very,
Very complicated.
While Yuji's domain is just like chilling. Yeah, like that's the best way to explain Yuji's domain is just like chilling.
It's anime flashback.
they went on a walk. They talked.
Him and Sukuna?
Yeah, they just
Oh my
talked.
fucking god!
Wait,
But
so
no,
wait,
but it's
wait.
like-
Question on his domain, real quick.
Yeah.
Was it at the end of season 2?
No, you don't see it
They
till the
only
end of the
showed at
story.
the end of the JJK.
Okay, all right. So when
Yeah.
he what is when he was chasing that demon down and he was like chasing him through the
That was
snow
just
and everything.
that was just being dramatic.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah,
All right
it was
never mind.
No, his domain is just chill. But the thing about it is like it was refreshing because everyone else's domain is like, bro, what are you talking about? And then also like if you can accept Naruto going up to Nagato, who absolutely
this out.
wrecked the village, he's like, you don't have to do this.
You know, you got a point, little nigga.
Nagato,
I'm coughing up blood.
right, right. He's already absolutely wrecked everyone.
Listen, I used to sit on that swing.
Like, yeah, like
They used to play the flute for me too.
exactly. Sukuna is not a deep villain. He just likes fucking shit up and being the strongest.
Yeah.
See what
He's
I
basically evil Goku.
I love watching people commentate that.
what I will like
Like,
about that
Huh? Yeah, Goku is evil.
What I will like about that little scene is it was like his whole domain is it's like a therapy. It's pretty much trying to make you see into yourself. But the entire time, like by the end of it, Sukuna's like, I know you showed me all this and I get what you're doing, but like it's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And then, but Yuji was just like, I know the kind of guy you are. I just been doing this to stall you, and then he gets his comeuppance. Yeah,
Off him. But it was a refreshing difference in everyone's. Like Uta's domain is he gains everyone else's fucking powers.
no, that's his curse technique.
No, his domain, like they have all those swords, and he grabs a sword, but he doesn't know what the sword has a certain
Oh,
curse
right.
technique.
Yes.
So he doesn't know which one he's grabbing. Each
Yeah.
sword just gives him a different curse technique,
I just
which is crazy.
I can't fuck with that because like they already as soon as you told me about that shit, bro, I lost 100% interest. The two things. What's my girl's name?
Nubara.
Nubara. She not my girl. Nubara, when they killed Nubara, I was like,
Spoiler alert.
that already happened.
She's not dead.
What do you mean?
No, she
No,
didn't.
she's-
No,
she's- I
so
thought
when
she wasn't
she
dead.
died in the Shibuya arc, you don't hear her, you don't get her talked about, nothing's ever brought up. Then a little bit after, when they in the calling game, they get this person called the Angels, whatever, and they're thinking maybe that they could use her to bring her back. But then there's a doctor that's like told Megami that like, no, Nobara's probably dead, and that pissed Yuji off. And then never talked about, never brought up. Out of nowhere, while this entire Sukuna fight's going on, she just pulls up and she's like, "Hey guys, you miss me?" And then just does her.
She's
All
the
right,
reason
Nick, do you
why.
think-
I saw
Nick,
that
do you
panel.
think?
She was
Nick,
the
do you
reason.
think?
She
Nick,
was
do you
the. She was the reason why they won the fight, because she was still at JJK High, where they had the final finger for Sukuna, and I think she destroyed it.
Which I want, like when I
Look,
saw that she died, I was hoping, I want her to come back for something like that.
I thought she was
but
dead,
it was
too.
never brought up.
Nope.
It was.
They didn't mention it till the culling game.
Yeah, and
that
then
she was dead.
and it was already
Better
part
for
of the
her
fight.
to
Like
be
she
dead.
came back part of the fight when it's already dragging on too long.
How you gonna do that twice in one show? How you gonna do that twice in one show?
And then after it's all said and done, when they're all done, they act like nothing ever happened. And then Megami, taken over by Sukuna, drowning, being thought as he's dead, he just comes back and everybody's like, "Oh, thank God he's back." Like that's it. They're not like,
I
"Oh my
hate
God."
that
it's
so
so
much.
much.
Well, I think the whole plan was to get Megami back. That's why they didn't kill Sukuna right away.
No, of course.
Because
That-
they
that was
wanted
their whole
to
point.
rip Sukuna from Megami's body.
I hate this so much.
And
Thank you guys for spoiling that
Kenjaku
shit.
trying to be like this big mysterious, controlling the whole thing, just gets done in just like that.
Yeah,
has no other.
bro.
Jaku, bro.
What the fuck
I'm-
is this?
my comedian
like,
man,
what
bro.
are they
All right,
doing,
no,
bro?
we can keep going on. We can keep going on.
Yeah,
you guys
just
move
wait
on.
for them
Like,
to animate
Yeah.
Kagurabachi's peak.
Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to that one.
Yo, so
Yo,
Yo,
ISO on me real quick,
Mm-hmm.
real quick. Two things.
Mhm.
So I'm glad he brought up JJK. First time I ever watched JJK, I think it was 420. I don't know if it was Easter, but I watched it at your house,
yeah,
his garage.
yes, sir.
Bro, that first season, so goddamn good. Bro, the season finale with the music and everything.
Yeah, that's one of the coolest uses of music I've
Bro,
ever seen in anime. Still,
that was probably one of the coolest animes I watched. But I was supposed to text y'all and I didn't. I wanted to ask y'all what was your favorite animes to watch while y'all were high. I know Wes
Oh,
smokes.
I got a ton.
I know Persia does. I know you don't.
I don't smoke.
Well, you take edibles.
Yeah.
And Matt does. But, I don't want to
Mine would be Shin.
want to have y'all like sit and think for a minute because, that would take some time up. But anything off the top of your head?
Spy Fam
Spy
or
Family.
Bochi.
Watching that at your house too. That and Mob.
Oh, Mob, dude, I was thinking of Mob earlier today. Fuck, Nick, you gotta finish that. I want to watch that with you.
Bro, you gotta
okay.
One of the
you gotta
best.
finish.
My bad. I apologize.
One of the best
I see
finales
you looking
in
at me.
all of anime. Have you watched all of Mob? Have you watched it all?
Yeah.
I was gonna
So
pick it up and
fucking
read
good.
it.
Dude, no, just
The
watch
author
it.
being the guy who
Just watch it.
actually got abducted to space. That shit
watch
was that shit was so cold.
Dude,
I'll watch it.
Oh man,
I'll finish it.
I liked
Next week.
Attack on Titan.
No,
and Demon Slayer.
that's
And
not
Demon
a.
Slayer.
No, Demon
Demon Slayer was really
Yeah,
good.
Demon
But
Slayer,
you know
yeah.
what's funny? I was telling Nick this. So I don't know if y'all are like this, but like if I take an edible, like and I watch something, everything seems so fucking stupid to me because my brain is so critical or like so like analytical. So when I'm watching
I'll
shit,
dunk on that nigga.
no, I'm watching shit and I'm like, bro, I was watching Bungo Stray Dogs. And I'm watching it, and then like when you're watching a show and you're just normal, you're just watching and you're just like, oh, this is entertaining. Okay, I'm following the story. Like all this dumb shit happens, and you're just like, okay, that's just shit that happens. Well, I'm fucking watching it, bro. And I was like, there was a scene where fucking Dazai was chained, like standing up, chained to like this wooden wall, or no, it's like a stone wall, and he's just like he's chained to the wall with his arms up,
Right.
and what's my man's name that has like reverse curse energy or whatever? Dazai has a reverse curse energy.
Reverse. No.
Is it
Dazai.
Chuya?
Chuya has gravity.
Chuya.
Chuya's
It's
my
like,
guy.
Where they first like meet Chuya comes down, he's confronting Dazai and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, and could you imagine if this was real life? fucking, it's just a regular, like a nigga just chained to a wall and they're just talking for 20 minutes.
They're called serial
And
killers.
then, and then they're like, bro, he slaps the shit out of this nigga. Like, I was like, this shit is so dramatic, bro.
Animes are dramatic.
Bro, I was like, this shit is so dramatic, bro. And then like the whole time Dazai wanted to be there and he just unchained himself.
Yeah, he's
He
a
just walked the
suicidal
fuck
dude.
out.
That's some freaky
Yeah,
ass
I
nigga
was like,
shit.
I was like, bro, what the fuck is this shit, bro? I was like, this shit. If I like, that's what happens. I imagine like if this shit was happening in real life and how ridiculous that would be. Like a nigga, like, and then like the part where there was a part where it showed like how this even started, and Dazai's like his best friend got in a shootout with some other nigga who had the same power as him. Blah blah blah. They both shot each other, and Dazai is holding him, and he's like he's like holding him, and he's like, live your life, and blah blah blah. He reached up, touched this nigga's face and shit. I was like, that's gay. I was like, I don't care if I'm dying, bro. I ain't touching my nigga's face.
I'm touching all y'all faces.
Don't touch my
I'm
face,
going down
bro.
the line.
But
Wait,
like,
what the?
like
Send
after
in the
laying
next.
down,
Why we just be lined up?
But like Deadpool 2, like the end of Deadpool 2, where he's like dying, he's looking at everybody.
That's what
but that
I'm
was
about to do. Y'all
happening.
about to
That
be-
happened last night too, while I was watching
Touchdown.
Daredevil.
You was high.
Segue.
Yeah, and I was watching Daredevil, and I was just like, "This shit is so ridiculous, bro." I was like, "This nigga fighting with a do rag on his eyes, and just fucking
Well, he don't need to see.
nigga doing fucking jump off the wall to kick
Why would
somebody."
he just have his eyes out?
Bro, you're gonna
Imagine
notice.
you get your ass beat by a blind dude without his glasses on, or just a blind dude.
Yeah.
Why would the grass matter?
You're gonna notice, like, if you're watching the original Netflix series, bro, almost every single fight Daredevil's in, every single one, he has to end the fight by doing like a flip kick. Every single one for
Bro,
no
he
reason.
keeps doing
A
that.
guy will be on the ground just sitting like, and this last guy, and he'll just get up and just backflip kick
No,
him
the
for
music
no
would
reason.
go off. It would just be silent. He just look back and just do a flip.
That's what it is, bro. That's why I was like, bro, if I was fighting,
Now
this
talk.
nigga was just- bro, that's the most unrealistic. The
bro.
most unrealistic thing about Daredevil, bro.
Is that he can fight
No,
while
no,
being
no,
blind?
Nope. The most unrealistic
Fight
thing
the
about
nigga in the ring.
Daredevil. The most unrealistic thing about Daredevil is how often them niggas get back up when he's fighting. Like, ain't no normal
Yeah.
person getting
Bro, they
punched
did.
in the
I
face.
thought they were dead. I
No,
thought they
bro.
were dead.
Them niggas kept getting up, bro. No, every single fight, the niggas stand up at least 4 times after being knocked on the ground. Nigga, you are gonna stay down,
Bro, you
like
just
you
a cop,
not,
bro.
like ain't nobody gonna see this happening and then just be like, all right, this time's a charm. Like,
Yeah.
no,
So when he fought them 2 cops and the nigga showed up to court the next day, I'm thinking like, me and Matt like, yo, they dead, right?
I'm even
Yeah.
I'm
like, nah,
talking
he's
about
coming
going
in the
back.
next episode.
I'm going back to like I'm
going back to
watching
the
it from the
Netflix.
beginning.
Yeah.
This nigga making his way down like a fucking Mortal Kombat tournament, just fighting niggas in the hallway. It's 6 niggas, and each one of them gets back up. Nigga, you not getting back up. Like, even if you was still conscious, you not getting back up. He was punching niggas 20 times in the face. Just pow, 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 pow. This
Sound like Dave Chappelle.
nigga stood right back up. All right. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Sit the fuck down. Well, they were Russian, though. So
Nigga,
never
shut
mind.
the fuck up and
Yeah.
watch
They
this
were
combo.
Russian. So maybe that makes a difference. Because
Was it Russian or Irish?
They're Russian.
They were
They were rushing
They're
him.
Russian.
They were rushing him?
No.
Wait, they were Russian guys?
They were the nationality.
he beat the shit out of them niggas, and them niggas just stood right back up, and he's panting the whole time.
I mean, he
Maybe
is sitting
blind.
on a whole hallway.
Or just shoot his ass.
When does
Shoot
this
him, you
nigga
can't
get his
shoot him.
suit? Like,
Not in the first season.
I'm getting sick of
Yeah,
seeing this nigga
it's the
wearing
end.
Under Armour and a do-rag.
And
He don't need
he
anything
get
else.
beat up a lot.
You come to appreciate that though. Like
Yeah.
honestly, I fucking love it when
That
it's not
suit
his
is gorgeous.
Yeah, I like his.
He's been wearing it in the comic
street
books a lot
suit.
lately.
Yeah.
His,
I know. Go ahead.
his Under Armour and do-rag?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been
I
wearing
love
it in the comic books a lot lately.
That
Actually,
nigga-
the first part of the comic book that I'm reading right now, he's in just that because he denounces Daredevil.
Yeah.
This nigga is literally wearing a TJ Maxx outfit.
Like, he
Beating
don't
niggas
need
up.
an outfit to beat up
He
people.
can't even see what he's wearing.
He can't see, period. But he
why it
knows
looks so
all black
stupid.
is great.
Bro, that nigga looks
He's trying to
terrible.
bet,
And
like,
none of the hoes told him, like, maybe you should get some.
No, they don't give a fuck about. They don't give a fuck about
Tell
that
him.
shit. They
He
like,
is
yo, he
drip.
blind anyway. He can't see. You know.
Nobody knows he's blind.
Claire.
Everybody know he blind.
Nobody knows Daredevil is blind.
In season 1.
I'm talking about. Well, I'm talking about in general
Okay.
because they don't know Daredevil's Matt Murdock.
And it's funny he bring up that the drip of divine blind vigilantes and everything. The season finale when they shot the kid, they was like just put a mask on his face.
Oh
be a bad
yeah.
vigilante.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yep. They say
I was
that.
like, yo, that was
He's
kinda
just a
fucked
kid.
up.
No, he's
He's
a
a
mass
mass vigilante.
Massive vigilante.
What?
God
Who said
damn.
that?
At the
At
end.
the end of season 4,
They just shot a random. No, they wasn't a random kid. He
wasn't
kind of
random.
was looting. And
he was
everything.
looting and he dropped. He put his hands up, but they still shot him in the chest. They still murked his ass. The
Bro,
cops.
he's just a kid. Nah,
It was
he a-
during
he
like
a
the
mass
riots,
vigilante.
like when Fisk shut down all the power and then the
Yeah.
riots was going on. This
We
kid
kind
was
of
like looting.
I should have explained it more, but
No, I'm trying to think because I don't remember that part.
You might not have
It
seen.
was
it.
a
wait,
sm- it was
you
a small
seen
scene.
you seen the Daredevil finale,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
No, you've seen it.
I
It
seen
was
the whole
just a
thing.
small part.
Yo, it
Yeah.
was literally after or while Fisk was talking, like, yo, I'm about to enact
I hate
martial
that
law.
nigga Fist so
Bro,
much, bro.
that nigga's a good actor.
I hate that nigga so much, bro. Oh my fucking god, he's on my list of people I just want to see him die. Griffith he's up there with Griffith, bro.
For real?
Wow.
He ain't do
Like-
no rape. What
Oh
you talking
my-
about?
It don't matter,
I mean,
bro.
he
is just a bitch ass nigga to me, bro. That's what I hate seeing bitch ass niggas. Like Fisk, Fisk is just a bitch ass nigga to me, bro. So I didn't like him watching season 4 because I'm like, you're a simp and a bitch ass nigga, bro.
Mhm.
Like you're a simp, but you're powerful.
Wait, whoa, whoa.
And then,
How is he a simp?
how
How he
is-
stayed with his girl because she cheated?
no,
How?
because he was simping.
Yeah,
Like because he was like
everything he does is for Vanessa.
yeah, everything's like yeah.
Everything I do is for my.
Listen, I love you so much, Vanessa, and
I kept Adam locked up.
I kept Adam alive. I kept that promise.
so you can shoot that nigga.
And so you can shoot him. like, all right, what the fuck?
But
But then,
dome that nigga shit
but
too.
then
That shit
going back
crazy.
to season 1, bro, this is the second most unrealistic thing about it. How does this nigga got hands like that, bro?
I can't wait to
That
make
big
this
ass
clip.
nigga should not have hands like that. That was embarrassing. That part where you were talking about where he threw the fucking axe to Adam,
Yeah.
and then this nigga just got to work in his ass. This big
But he
ass
was
nigga
fighting his dad his whole life.
At
He had to
that
fight his whole
point
life.
in the
He
Born
fought a lot of
Again,
people
he's
for
like
life.
ready because if you see the fight scene at the end of season 3 with
Oh yeah,
Daredevil,
He broke motherfucking Bullseye's spine.
Yeah, he broke his spine.
Picked his
Yeah.
ass up and just threw him at a
that
wall.
was an
fucking
amazing
dork.
fight.
None, yam this shit.
Daredevil threw
No,
Bull-
Kingpin.
Yeah,
Okay, my
Kingpin.
It's a 3-way.
It was a It
a
was a
three-way
three-way
fight.
It was a 3-way.
Then he broke that nigga. He slammed that nigga head.
bro.
nigga,
That was insane.
But
like,
like one of the
that
most
shit hurt.
brutal
That
deaths
shit-
I've
going
seen
back
on
to
TV.
like
Killed that nigga shit.
going back to season like the first season. Like I just saw the part where he fucking like he slammed that nigga's head off, the Russian dude's
Oh,
head
that was
off.
a good
I
spot.
was
That was
like,
a good time.
That's why I was like, you are really a pussy, bro. Because he
Fuck me in front of
he
Vanessa.
did that. Yes, bro. That's what like you like. He's just a man child. Like he's just a big ass baby.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
all they
He's just
keep
throwing a
pointing that
fucking
out.
temper tantrum.
Keeping that paint.
Just like, bro, in the comic book I'm reading right now, he's the mayor of New York, and he outlawed vigilantism because he doesn't know Daredevil's identity.
Well, they said in Born Again, I don't know if it's just a Netflix one, my bad.
Oh, I like it.
Don't do that again. You know how this pod going. I'm a right winger. Don't do that shit. Nah, bro, they said they modeled him after, somebody who's in office right now. So
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
It's obvious.
But yeah, either way, like, I don't know. Born Again was fine at best. It was
yeah,
okay.
6.5 to you.
I gave it a 7.
You give it a 7?
I gave it a 7 out of 10.
I like
Gave
it.
it a 7. It was subpar.
I like it a lot.
I didn't like that finale though.
I'm one of those people, so
I
that finale was trash.
first few episodes
like underwear.
were solid. Like I was liking the court stuff. I was liking the White Tiger stuff. I like when they Punisher pulled up, but then the Muse stuff fell absolutely flat. It started off solid, like especially that fight when
In the Muse cave?
Yeah, in the Muse cave. Yeah, like that shit was phenomenal with Matt becoming Daredevil again. But then it felt like it just kind of lost its like original feeling. But that's all because of the reshoots and the people that were directing it. Because the person that did the first episode, which was phenomenal, only did episode 1, 8, and 9.
Yeah.
And I loved episode 8's my favorite. I fucking love Bullseye. Bullseye's my absolute fucking favorite. The entire fucking episode, like when they showed Bullseye in the beginning, I'm like, yeah, we got him back. And then as he was getting out of jail, I'm like, dude, when they said we're having a ball and we're gonna have like a little get together like Fisk and them, I immediately was telling my friend, I was like, oh, remember the last time that happened? You remember the last time that happened? Now, just like being funny, because last time that happened, that's when Bullseye pulled up, and that was at the end of season 3. And then Bullseye just kept showing up more and more, and I'm like, oh God, we actually might fucking get this. And then he actually fucking gets there, and I'm hype as shit. The finale was fucking great with Punisher and Daredevil fighting in the building when they got out, and then Karen pulls up. Like, it felt like original old school Daredevil. Then where it started falling flat just a little bit was when he was like, we need an army, and then just had the basic people
right after that scene.
6 cops.
Fucking
but
6 cops, Cherry and Josie. All right.
But the finale, like, the fact that it's more just felt like a setup where they're like, all right, we're just going to get you, like, season 1 just felt like, let's get it out of the way.
I was explaining it to Big Guy and Jonathan the other day, where I feel like it is like House of the Dragon season 2.
Yeah.
Where it's just a build up to the next season.
Right. Like,
and that's where it's all.
I wouldn't say this season was like, yeah, like I fuck with this season. I would say it's probably like with the OG Netflix, it's the worst. Like, it's not as good as any of those 3 seasons.
Yeah, it is the worst.
But the setup, I think season 2 has potential to be the absolute best of all of Daredevil. Just because it is in the MCU and the scale that it's at now.
We'll never
but
hit
it's
that.
got to keep that. That's the thing. Like, it has to keep feeling like it's in the MCU. It started feeling like it wasn't, where it's like the finale kind of has that one moment where the entire show, I'm like, funnily, like, goofingly being like, unseriously being like, oh, we're Spider-Man. Oh, we're Spider-Man. Spider-Man wouldn't let this happen. Where's Spider-Man at? When the city got shut down, that's where I'm like, where the fuck is Spider-Man?
Yeah,
where the
bro,
fuck
like,
is any of the superheroes?
Yeah, like, bro, this shit wouldn't, like, realistically speaking,
that wouldn't.
That was why I was saying that shit in the group chat. I was like, the mayor does not have this much power, bro. This nigga, it don't matter who this nigga is, bro. Like, this nigga is committing gross criminal activity in one of the major cities
Where's
of
Harrison
the United
Ford
States.
at?
More body.
Where's, like, bro, fuck the superheroes. Where's the government?
Yeah.
Where's the National Guard, bro?
Where's Harrison Ford?
Yeah, what's up?
When does this season of Daredevil take place in the timeline?
2027.
So yeah, it's like during
I don't know when.
Captain America.
I don't think the MCU knows when it takes place.
No. Somebody said we gotta get him a mic.
We always do.
During the blip in Spider-Man.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
That. It's not that because there were some theories that that's how Fisk got out of jail, which I'm glad that they answered that, how Fisk got out of jail, because that was a big thing. Which
Yeah,
I
the
think was
whole-
actually a good explanation.
Yeah,
I thought it was a good one.
It was solid. I think the reason why it feels incomplete is because originally it was supposed to be 18 episodes in season 1, and they broke it up into 2 seasons. So clearly it doesn't feel complete.
And the fact that they actually erased Karen, Foggy, I think Punisher.
Yeah, side,
No,
Or Bullseye, it was
Punisher,
Bullseye.
Punisher was supposed to be in the original.
Okay.
the side characters were
Because
lacking this season.
from what I heard, taking
Feels
it with
like
a grain
that
of
was on
salt,
purpose, though.
because I only just saw it on Twitter. Apparently, the scene where Foggy dies, the entirety of the scene was just supposed to be Matt sitting on the roof crying and taking his helmet off, and that was it. It wasn't going to show Foggy. It wasn't going to show him getting shot. It wasn't going to show any of that. So I think, again, the whole first season, like, it's just like I don't even
that
really
goes into
consider
that
it.
reshoot thing that you said, because a lot of people said that during that Foggy scene of them, like, walking down there and everything was during a reshoot.
Yeah, and
that was like
you can
reshoot.
tell, like, you can very much tell.
That
And I will
Punisher
say,
stuff was a reshoot.
when the reviews came out of people who watched the whole season and then said what they thought before it actually came out to the public, I thought their opinions were pretty valid, because most of them said, yeah, if you miss Daredevil, it's going to feel great. You're going to get the action back. But you can tell it was reshot. You can tell they had to redo a lot of stuff. Again, I think season 2 is probably going to be fucking phenomenal. At least that's my expectation.
Yeah.
Like, I think where it's at now,
Lower.
getting all that reshoot shit out of the way, it should be fucking great. And the next
Kill
thing
this
I'm
nigga,
assuming
bro.
we're getting is
Who,
the Punisher.
Kingpin?
Yeah, can he just die?
No, Kingpin can't die.
Why can't he just
I don't
die?
know.
He's a fucking phenomenal. He's the best villain, bro.
He's a great villain.
Yeah,
He's
like,
the
why
best
is
fucking
he-
villain in all.
How
of
is he
Marvel.
not, like, yeah, like, where the fuck is
Street
Spider-Man?
level.
This nigga, like, kill this nigga, bro. This nigga,
Other than Kilgrave.
this nigga needs to die.
See, Wes, that's where I'm
Didn't they
at.
fight in Across the
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
well,
talk about
Into the
Kingpin.
Spider-Verse.
Kingpin is originally a Spider-Man
and in
villain.
Spider-Man, the video game. Like,
Yeah.
that's all I want.
Well,
That's all I
Spider-Man-
really want.
Email Sony.
Spider-Man held that man by his skin. That shit was disgusting.
Oh, in the comics, yeah.
he
That's
held
when he
by
was like
his skin.
pissed.
He was like, I will shoot webbing down your throat.
Damn.
He's gonna fill your entire
Pause.
esophagus with webbing.
Yeah.
Didn't he
Tried to kill that man in jail with his mask off. He said, fuck it, mask off.
Okay, that's
He
fair.
beat
Wait, which
that-
Spider-Man?
Peter Parker.
Okay.
Apparently,
that man's
apparently
dick
that
down.
comic run
Not the other
though,
guy.
people aren't a big fan of though.
Who?
Like that Spider-Man, whatever that.
Oh, that was during
whatever
like
that
the
run.
whole Civil War era.
Yeah,
If
I
I'm not
heard
mistaken.
people were kind of iffy about it, but they're like, that was the peak.
Fuck
of
that
it.
shit.
But then I'm
Not
curious
joking,
where that's.
Spider-Man is terrifying.
I'm curious where that's gonna go, especially because like Kingpin doesn't really seem like what he doesn't. He's just like a normal
Well,
nigga.
what I
like,
still will say is the fact that once he got in the MCU,
Eh,
because
yeah,
if you watched Hawkeye, he gets a buff. Like
Yeah, they hit him with a car.
Yeah, he gets hit with a car. He gets blown up. Like he's superhuman. Like without having real legitimate powers, he's superhuman. Even
gets shot in
Daredevil,
the eye.
because they say
Yeah.
the Netflix show, they wanted Daredevil and Kingpin to be this like super powered, like overly human, but they didn't have the budget for it, so they kind of had to tone it down a little bit. So with the MCU, they got the budget, so I can see Kingpin giving Spider-Man some trouble. But yeah, I'm with Wes, where
Much trouble though.
I don't give a shit what goes on. Like honestly, Daredevil could be even bad. I don't want it to, obviously, but I just need to see Spider-Man and Kingpin, whether it's
We're
in
not gonna
Daredevil, whether it's in a movie. I just
yeah, I want to. Yeah,
need
I
it.
don't. It's gonna be curious to see how that plays out. Cause like, bro, I hate this nigga, bro.
I don't know, I
I
think-
hate him so much. I want to punch his big round fucking head.
I love him, man.
Beat Vanessa.
I need him to be the.
You're making
but
me have to pee.
I need him. Why I don't really want him to be sidelined or killed. I think that with every single
he
fucking
can
comic
go to
villain,
jail.
honestly.
You're a
'cause, like,
Kingpin
that's the point of the
supremacist?
comic
I don't
book.
think
No, dude. We need that person
Yeah,
around.
no,
We need the conflict. We need to constantly give them a reason to keep doing that shit. Like again, if you watch the OG Netflix from season 1 to season 3, by the end of that season, when Matt is finally punching him, he has the opportunity to kill him, and he just says, "No, I'm not going to kill you. I'm just going to send you to jail for prison for the rest of your life.
Well,
'Cause
see how
I
that
the contract
hate
ends.
you." It feels so satisfying. And you know he's going to get out of jail. You're like, yeah,
he's
he's
gotta
still
get
going
out
to
of
be
jail
a
free card.
problem. But
He's a rich white guy. He's out.
you need that feeling. Like with Bullseye in the comics, I don't know if it's in the Chips part, but there's a part where Bullseye kills Elektra and kills Karen and like pretty much gets Daredevil to the absolute lowest he can go. And Daredevil's about to kill him, but he's like, "No, I'm not going to kill you. I'm going to fucking put a bullseye in your head. So every time you fucking look at that bullseye, you know who the fuck beat you."
Wait,
that
that
I'm
happened
your
in the
fucking-
Daredevil movie with
No,
Colin
it
Farrell.
didn't. But it's like I like that of a recurrent villain or villain just being there, so that gives him that reason. And I know it's a very basic trope, but I like it.
No, I feel it. It's just
It's needed
like,
because then
he's
who
just
are going to fight?
I did like the sound of the
Fucking
season though, like the
bitch
sound
ass nigga.
design.
And
of
I
the
hate his
season.
voice.
Just
Fucking
good.
weak ass nigga got social
I
anxiety.
was a
This-
boy.
this nigga got this fuck nigga can't fucking move without twitching his fingers and shit.
It's
Whispering ass nigga. Oh, I don't do this a lot. And the nigga scared of the pussy. But you gonna kill a nigga over it, but you scared of some.
Did you see him try to like crack a smile during his like inauguration and shit?
that was first of all, that was the ending. The final scene was very Veronica, very Veronica. The linger on the scene. They just sat there and were just sitting on that smile.
What I love, like, I'm a sucker for montages, and that song from Radiohead, like the ending montage.
No, it wasn't. that.
No. It got me fucking hype, man. I
don't know.
love that song.
Yeah, no, it was. The season was fine, I guess. It was okay.
It was.
Yeah.
I liked
It's
it.
again.
It was enough.
I like-
It was enough to make me want to watch it.
Yeah,
No.
I really like the Punisher's character. His
Oh,
his
dude.
character is such an
I'm
asshole.
rewatching
bro.
Punisher. That shit is good as hell.
Dude, yeah, I'm
I-
glad that I watched season 1 before I watched that.
I started watching Punisher like when it came out initially.
Little
I
filler
don't
in
know
there,
why
but
I never like finished it, but
Season 1's great.
I like his character because he's like, bro, you know what made me like his character? That part where like fucking Matt goes back to his apartment after he escapes the hospital, and then he's like, "You're the last person I'd expect to be here," and he's like, "Well, yeah, like, you know, the power goes out. You don't got anything in here to make a good cup of coffee. Like, you in my house,
Dude,
What the fuck?
Season 2 of Daredevil, people really shit on season 2 of Daredevil because the hand and it like falls flat, but that's where the Punisher like gets introduced. it's probably one of the arguably the best arc in all of Daredevil. Like Punisher like steals the show in season 2, and I would say he stole that episode. Like that episode, every part of Punisher when he fucking came up, the best part of it when he went to go fight the cops, dude.
That part felt
fucking loved
unnecessary
it.
to me though.
It was, but
Like that's
him.
It didn't really serve.
I think
a
that needed
purpose.
to set up his
his special that's coming up. But
Yeah.
he is like in the comics, he is known as somebody that he never ever ever wants to team up with anybody.
Bro, I'm
he
gonna
is
do a-
strictly a one-man army that wants to do everything his own and goes to the extremes for his
Kinda
own
seems
sake.
like that.
That
But like,
nigga was.
I want to do a fucking drinking game, bro. Every time John Bernthal is on the screen and rub his head like to the left, I'm gonna take a shot.
Or look to the left.
That
or right.
nigga does that. And it was like, boy, I'll tell you. I'm like, yo,
Bro, why is he
He
so
does that-
mad, bro?
because
His family's dead.
His
He
family's
misses
dead.
his family.
You're in the MCU, nigga. Everybody's family's dead.
bro, he was working on like this construction site in season 1, and like the whole day,
Oh my
he's just
God.
hammering at this motherfucking wall. You seen it? He's
Yeah.
hammering at this motherfucking wall, and they call him a retard like 3
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
Yep.
Why
This
did
is
they?
Netflix.
But why? I don't. What about the Punisher made the cops feel like any affinity towards him?
Well, because he was a soldier. Well, the way
Well, I think it's because he just kills bad people, and they think that's what they should probably
Yeah, that's
do.
the end of the day.
They
That's
are
what it
the
is,
bad
because-
people.
Yeah, but not to them. They're not
because
bad
the
people.
Punisher is like he is a cop. Like he wants to
He
punish
was a cop.
bad people. Yeah, like actually in the comics, okay. Like in the show, he used to be in the military. That was his thing.
I
And
remember that.
but he's like he kills bad people. He's just somebody that's like, if you're a super bad person, there's no judge, jury for you. It's only execution.
Judge,
So what's interesting to me about that is if you admire the Punisher and the Punisher's trying to kill you, guess what that says about you?
Yeah,
Like
that's
season
exactly
finale,
what it
You
is.
guys are a bunch of clowns. Wouldn't
Bro.
piss on you if you're on fire.
bro, he's such a dickhead, bro.
He is
Bro,
fucking great.
Like it's so funny. But then
Grunts?
the thing that
Ugh.
fucking takes me the only thing that takes me out of it with that kind of shit is that like, and I think it's part of it is like being zooted while watching it, but it's like, bro, this nigga don't got no powers. Like,
Oh yeah,
Regular
He
man.
just
A lot
got
of
that
people
dog.
don't.
in
nigga
him.
just got a vest.
Yeah, dude, I saw a
No,
tweet.
he got that dog in him.
I saw a
That's what
tweet.
he's
I
talking
saw a
got-
tweet just like trying to hype it up, saying, "Honestly, who in the Avengers is taking down Frank? Like, how far? Is he getting?"
Everyone.
I'm like, yeah,
Literally
every
everyone.
single one of them. Black
Hawkeye.
Widow, Hawkeye, like.
Captain
Got a
America.
The only thing Frank has over all of them is just aura and dog.
Spider-Man has taken out Punisher plenty of times.
Yeah, Punisher is.
You get introduced
not-
from a Spider-Man comic to Punisher because he was a
But
Spider-Man
if
villain.
anything, that's what makes him so captivating and so like, yeah, you want to root for
Regular
him
man.
because he's just taking all this shit. He is just going through it all as just a normal ass dude.
I guess it makes sense too though, but like what you guys have
Oh,
said
PTSD.
before about like the levels, like I guess you'd have to get probably deeper into it to like really make sense of that. But like how like you guys said, like there's street level heroes and villains or whatever, and then there's like higher level like
Yeah.
and like the global threats and then yada yada yada. So I mean I guess that makes sense, but cause like yeah, like it's like normal
Yeah,
niggas
the only
fighting normal
Punisher's
niggas.
really not that fucking great in the comic books. Like the arc I'm reading right now, Daredevil beats the fucking shit out of him. After Daredevil he got shot, got into a fist fight, got arrested, got his ass beat. Punisher kidnapped him, chained him to a fucking bed, and Daredevil still got out, beat the fuck out of the Punisher, chained him up, stole his shirt. Also, funniest fucking thing, had no idea that the Punisher wore a skull on his shirt.
Oh, Daredevil? Yeah,
Well, yeah,
yeah.
he's blind, but like nobody ever
The-
told this man.
yeah, the
'Cause
defenders were like-
he's wearing it. They're like, "What are you, some kind of a fake Punisher?" And he's like, what are you talking about?" They're like, "There's a skull on your shirt." He goes, "I didn't know that."
Yeah, yeah.
The show is funny as fuck. I fuck with that heavy.
Yeah,
but the Punisher in the comic books, he's just I don't know. They play him up higher in the MCU,
Yeah,
which makes sense.
I
It's
would
fine.
say I like.
I don't think there's
yeah.
any power scaling in the MCU, to be honest with you.
Do they even like so when you think about like the levels of like the heroes or whatever, so the people with the shows are basically the street level people.
It depends.
Well, except if you're talking Loki,
Except for
Yeah, 'cause
Loki,
there's
and,
like Loki, Miss Marvel,
WandaVision.
WandaVision. Yeah,
Miss Marvel
but-
would be street level.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
she
that's-
doesn't she have powers?
She does, but it doesn't
But
mean
her-
anything. It don't mean nothing. If you're just like your powers are street level powers.
But like then she ends up fighting like a big threat in the in the Marvel.
Yeah, but she's in
movie.
there with Spectrum
True,
and fucking
yeah.
Captain Marvel.
Right, she could not do that herself.
Yeah, no, she would have lost that fight 10 times out of 10.
That's
Yeah,
racist.
she
And don't
is
get me
in the
wrong,
Marvel-
That's
in
racist.
the Marvel-
Pakistani people can do anything white people can do.
That's
Say that
fine.
again.
Yeah. We're talking about maturity level. She would have lost. She's fighting a fucking warmonger.
We don't know who the villain is in Spider-Man 4 yet, do we?
No,
No.
There's rumors.
might be Sony.
The rumors is that they were looking to cast an Asian guy that was in his 40s, so maybe
yeah.
They
Mr.
thinking Mr.
Negative,
Negative?
maybe
Mr. Negative would be
But
pretty
then I saw
sweet.
I thought
another.
Steven Yeun.
I saw another rumor saying it was supposed to be a female as well.
I also heard
and-
Chameleon.
Yeah, so we
So-
don't know shit yet.
Oh yeah. But that's what
No,
people-
because
like,
Kingpin's not allowed to be in the movies legally.
yeah, some right.
Yeah.
So he's a Sony villain.
Yeah.
But
so
I
it's
thought,
all
but again,
Exactly,
from I think we were talking about it at work where my friend looked more into it, and it was the fact that they just have to ask permission.
Yeah.
Like it's not like like at the end of the day, if Marvel was be like, we want Kingpin in a movie, no, like they can't, but they can if they ask permission.
Yeah.
Cough up that
They gotta,
money.
I'm about to say, they got to
Yeah.
put some money up for sure.
Right, and that my theory
Just
is
so we can see this
I
nigga
can
twitch around
see-
Spider-Man.
I can
I
see
would- gonna be
Spider-Man
$2 billion.
4. I can
Be
see
$1 billion.
Spider-Man 4 starting off showing what Spider-Man's been doing during this Daredevil run, maybe interacting with Fisk, because Fisk mentions him. Like he says the guy in a spider suit. So like they
Yeah.
could at least have a mention in the beginning of Spider-Man 4 movie. Be
But
like,
then even what
yeah.
like what the I guess it's like religion where you can't just think about it too deeply.
No, you
'Cause-
can't because there's
'cause, like,
politics behind it.
You know, because
Yeah.
like
We're
if
not
you think about it like Spider-Man is a vigilante too. Like higher the higher level superheroes are still vigilantes.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah, that's
how you gonna outlaw niggas with superpowers?
Okay, again.
After Civil War,
Civil?
Well,
Yeah, that's the whole
so,
thing about Civil
Again,
War.
but also in the comic book run I'm reading right now, he does it just in New York. And they arrest Moon Knight, they arrest Iron Fist, they arrest Tony
Moon
Stark.
Knight's in New York.
Yes. They
Almost
arrest
like
Tony
90%
Stark.
of the heroes.
He's Jewish.
They arrested Reed Richards and Sue Storm. So it's like it doesn't matter if you have powers or not. Like
How did they arrest him?
because so
niggas with
They
the Punisher
arrested
suits?
They
The
arrested
niggas-
Superman.
The niggas with the Punisher vest on arrested Moon Knight?
I mean if, 2 seconds.
Spider-Man?
So nope. In this why this, and again, it's so hard to separate the two because the comic book run is far superior.
Of course.
Far superior. Again, because there is no budget, you can do what
Yeah,
you please.
there's no boundaries.
But in the comic book run, Fisk creates his own police force, not like that bitch ass task force. He calls them.
Bitch ass task.
Yeah, no.
them
I
niggas.
was so happy when they started dying. I was like, kill more.
Why did
but
that one nigga die? He should have been dead. That nigga should have been dead 3
I
times.
thought he died in the first episode.
He's the leader. He's the leader. But in the comic books, he starts his own Thunderbolts group, and then he hires supervillains to be the policing force. So, like, when they go get Moon Knight, who went and got Moon Knight? It was Crossbones. No, Crossbones went for Iron Fist.
Crossbones beat Moon Knight.
No, Moon Knight got jumped by a. Basically, he got jumped by a bunch of people. They needed multiple people on Moon Knight. Rhino, I think Electro, and like 3 other villains had to jump Moon Knight, and he put up a fight. My man said, "You want me? Come get me. Shoot the ones, pussy." And it was a bunch of like overpowered cops with like tech, but he took out a bunch. But they got Reed Richards and Sue Storm. But that's because during the Superhero Registration Act, Reed Richards was on Iron Man's side, so he created power dampening collars. So those still exist.
Always the collars.
Always the collars.
Yeah.
So they put them on them.
So bad.
They put them,
allegory.
They put them on them. So it's like there's ways around it in the comics, of course. And if they just beat the shit out of Ben Reilly, they tried to kill him. That shit was kind of fucked up, but they're okay with it. They beat his ass at the Daily Bugle,
That
and then
shit
pushed
is-
him out the
Damn.
window.
Damn.
Yeah,
We've all
was
been there.
Taskmaster and Whiplash. But again, they hire supervillains, which is insane. Well, no, again, in the comic books, he's using the power of Mr. Purple, the Purple Man, Kilgrave. So he's
Using that walk.
he
Using that walk.
he is influencing all of New York with Mr. Purple's powers.
What is
Purple
his
Man.
powers?
Kilgrave.
Oh, right, from Jessica
Yeah,
Jones.
he cut off
That's right.
he cut off
Oh,
Kilgrave's
yeah,
finger
okay.
and then put it in a giant diamond on his cane. And so he just be like, y'all gonna listen to me. But then he also has Kilgrave in like a giant diamond in a fucking facility, and he uses it to influence everyone in New York. So that's how he's winning the mayoral race.
That sounds very comic book.
He's running against Luke Cage.
Of New York, mayor of New York.
Yeah, for mayor of New York. Luke Cage
Vote
is
for
the
Luke
running
Cage,
mate.
bro. Vote for Luke Cage.
Luke Cage is firing this. Real
Luke
fire.
Cage.
What?
I'm just kidding.
I don't like that corny. I told you I don't like dark skin shit.
That's not true.
Luke
Yeah.
Cage is also
I
the
just don't
reason
like-
why he's running is because he never
I just
uses
don't
a
like
mask.
Killmonger.
I'm gonna do a quick
Killmonger.
review on that when we're done with everything. So
But yeah, no, again, the comic books are far superior.
I mean, that makes. I feel like in the comic books, obviously, you have more like time
That's
and
why
stuff to
it's
flesh shit
freedom-
out.
freedom.
But it's like,
Well-
you can close the plot holes and
not only that, but like Cole North in the fucking show was trash.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
even know
I hear
that
that about
was him.
him
Yeah.
in the comic
In the comic book, he is like one of the main pillars
That's why I
for.
thought he was gonna stay alive till season 2.
I wouldn't want him to. He's fucking useless.
who is Cole North?
Cole North is the guy who killed Hector Ayala's with the bullet. Like he shot him in the head.
Oh, that black
He's
guy?
like the dirtiest
Yeah.
cop. Yeah.
Fucking Jesse Williams looking nigga.
But in the comics, in the storyline where he is introduced, he is the
They didn't
complete.
even say his name.
They did.
Did they say his name?
They said his name once.
Yeah.
They like said his name. Yeah.
They said his name
When
a
he
few
was giving
times.
his backstory, where
Yeah.
Kingpin was like, he said he pointed him out and like what happened.
Yeah.
You black guys.
Yeah. But in the comic books,
boy.
Come to the front. Come to the front. Shaky ass heads.
but in the comics, he is more. He's literally the opposite of that character.
Where see him slam Daredevil on like a fucking hood or something.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, he
because
was
he was
trying to-
arresting him for murder.
Yeah.
Fucking.
He wasn't doing like Cole in the comics. He gets jumped 3 times by dirty cops because he refuses to be dirty, and then they tried to kill him in the precinct because again he refuses to be dirty, and he calls out the captain of the police force, the commissioner. He calls out everybody, but the whole point of his character is because he's so black and white with what's right and what's wrong. So he's willing to arrest vigilantes. He even hunts down Superman, tries to set up traps.
Superman?
I'm
Yeah, I was about to say,
Spider-Man.
wait a minute.
Spider-Man.
Okay,
Right, my
yeah.
bad. He hunts down Spider-Man, but then like Spider-Man, of course, you can't. Regular people keep that in there. Regular people can't hunt down Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man. Craven couldn't even do it. Except
Side
for in
note
Craven's
about
Last Hunt.
like with the Daredevil murder thing, I really like that part a fuck ton, at least from the little video that I was watching, because Matt, when he finds out that the person died, he goes through so many emotions because it's not just a straight like, oh no, I killed that guy, that sucks. He's like denies it, where he's like, no, I didn't kill him. I would never kill people. Somebody set me up. I got to investigate this. I got to figure out who set me up. And it turns out that no, he just fucking killed the guy.
Yeah, and he knew that from the start.
What's the name of that story?
It's the Chip Zdarsky run. I have it.
Yeah, it's just Daredevil.
Yeah, it's Daredevil. There is like I think they have a title for it, but I forget what it is. But yeah, and that's what's the storyline is so good because, and again, they use a lot of religion in the storyline, which is perfectly fine because they use it in the right way.
Daredevil's a religious character.
Very religious character, but like he does struggle with that at first, which I thought they were going to do with this storyline. I thought like
Yeah, dude. I'm sorry.
when he said in the
sorry to cut you
trailer
off.
since the incident, I thought he accidentally killed someone.
I thought that was the thing.
I thought it was.
Didn't they, am I tripping? Or didn't they make it look like in the trailer
Well,
that he killed someone?
Yes.
That's
That's
what
why.
they-
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying. Like,
That's kind of why I
it felt like
thought
that's what it was gonna be.
Poindexter. It was kind of go with the
See,
Poindexter point.
that's where I at the beginning I forgot about it until you guys just brought it up. After he pushed Dex off the building, that rest of the episode, I thought he should have been more messed up about the fact that he attempted to kill
I don't think
Poindexter.
so.
He was just messed up about
No,
fuck.
so I
Well,
think what makes it different is because Poindexter, Bullseye, definitely deserves to die.
Oh, of course.
Definitely deserves to die.
But that's
He's
that's Daredevil's whole thing.
But I think that's what the difference is between the two. Because in the comic books, he just kills a guy who's robbing a liquor store just because he needed some money so he could help out his mom. Because later on, he ends up being the parole officer to that guy's brother. And the brother is on parole because he needed to make money to support his mom, which is what his brother was robbing the liquor store for. And then,
you ain't gonna have no money, nigga.
shit, he had enough money to support mom, but not support that life.
All right.
So, but in the fight, Daredevil had just got back into the game, so he threw a messy punch. The dude fell back, hit his head on the wall, had brain damage, and then died later on in the hospital.
That's his fault.
And it's bro, but
That's also
the,
not realistic.
But the whole thing is about there's multiple layers to that whole thing because one, it's about like he ends up going to prison for murder, for manslaughter of the second degree. He gets 2 years in prison. And like his whole thing is like he's like, I'm gonna take it because people like us need to learn that there's repercussions for our actions as well.
I wouldn't know what team he would have been on.
Because so later on you find out that like like a lot of superheroes have accidentally killed somebody, but they kind of just mow past it. They're like,
But the whole Avenger.
well, everybody in the Defenders,
Defenders,
like
yeah.
Jessica Jones is like, I've accidentally, Luke Cage was like, I accidentally, Iron Fist was like, me too, and then he was like, you're all murderers, like you should all be in prison.
That's not murder, dumb fuck. You're a lawyer.
Yeah, that's the whole. Yeah,
Well,
that's
the whole
pretty much
thing
what
is,
he
like-
goes through.
Well, he's saying
What the
that
fuck?
he's
You're a
like,
fucking lawyer.
He's a defense attorney.
He's a defense attorney, but he's saying taking a life in general and then being free. He's like, you're murderers. You shouldn't be free for it. You
But
should.
murder has a definition.
Yes, we know.
Like-
We know that, but it's not that deep right now. It's just about the fact that they took a life and they didn't have to answer for it because of who they are.
Well, the problem with that
whole thing.
is you fucking idiot, which is why it doesn't make sense to be like not like, oh, I don't kill as a hero. The problem with that is if you're going to be violent, you have no control over what happens.
That's
as
what the whole
repercussion of
storyline.
the
But
violence.
that's what the whole
That's the
storyline
main
is
thing.
about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
So he
like,
tries to be Daredevil without violence.
you can't do that.
He
Yeah.
likes that too.
I know.
But
That's
whole
kind of
storyline
what
is about.
That's kind of what the series is about too, though.
That
Yeah,
especially
but they do it terribly.
No.
but I mean, they still like go
in
on it.
season
But
two.
it sucks.
In season 2 of the OG Netflix, the scene with Punisher, Daredevil, and the one crook dude. They're on top of the roof. Daredevil's chained up, and Punisher is like trying to get through to Daredevil, saying like, we have to kill people who are really fucking bad, that there's no point of turning back. And Daredevil's saying, but no, like there's a system, there's laws, there's this, like we aren't the end all because if we kill these people, then there's no point in having cops, and then we're the ones taken into our own hands, and we can't do that. And Punisher was saying, yeah, but this guy, he did this to this person. He killed this person on accident doing this. So we're just going to let him go out and keep doing that shit. And he's like, no. And it's a really big plot point
Yeah, it's a
between
huge
Daredevil and Punisher, especially that Punisher is like, no, I'm going to kill this person because I know they're going to do bad again, and I'm getting bad out of this
Turn his
world.
head in that conversation. You know what, Red?
See, but the thing about
Enough.
the thing about that too is like when I was watching it, I was like, you know,
Black people. There's a vine that literally say that shit.
You
Go
know-
ahead, man.
no, you know, like was if you really think about it, like why is that where you're drawing the line? Because these niggas, like him specifically, he does a lot of fucked up shit. And the only reason that we even like you don't consider it to be fucked up is because he's doing it for the right reasons. But like this nigga lies, he
Sound like
manipulates,
Kingpin.
he lies, he manipulates
He be having
people.
points.
Like he's like he manipulates people into like doing what he was manipulating Foggy. Every
Yeah.
episode that I've seen so far was him lying and manipulating people like to his favor. But it's like, okay, granted, you're doing it for the right reasons. So if you kill someone for the right reasons, like I kill this person because they kidnap people or kill hundreds of people or whatever, like my nigga, just it is what it is, bro.
I take it as like when I look at Batman, because I use like Daredevil and Batman to me are like the same character, just one's DC, one's Marvel. Batman,
One's super up and one's
his-
just
his-
all right.
One scraping by.
Batman's whole thing is instilling fear. Like we're in the Batman movie with Robert Pattinson, where he's like, less people are doing crimes because the thought of doing a crime and looking in the shadows, me there, scares them to not do that. Because you got to think at the end of the day, let's look at it as like a politician or just as a leader. You cannot cater to everybody. If you take 100 people of any group, there's going to be bad apples, there's going to be bad people. So instead of trying to make them follow the way that you want them to, try to prevent them from acting on these actions. So with Batman and Daredevil, they always know there's going to be bad people in New York or Gotham. So instead of killing these people and eradicating them and becoming a serial killer like Red Hood or Punisher, we're just going to prevent them from people wanting to commit crimes. We know that there's going to be bad people. As long as it's in their head, that's all right. Like,
But
you
that
can't
doesn't
therapy.
even work because it doesn't even deter the person whose ass you beat from doing crime.
Yeah.
I'ma do
Them
this
niggas
shit
do crime.
again.
Them niggas
But
like,
that's what they go through.
them niggas will get their arms broke.
Wait till I get back out.
Arms broke. Fucking this
Now
nigga was
talk.
this nigga was laid. Yes, bro. This nigga was laid up like Peter after he fucking falls and like that Russian dude from the fucking first season laid up like arm up like this. They put epinephrine in this nigga. This nigga got right back up. right back at it the next day. Like, these niggas do not give a fuck unless they die. Like, that is not a deterrent. Like, even what I was saying earlier, the whole thing, like, these niggas were getting up after you beat their ass while you're still there. Like, unless you knock them out, they still get back up. Like, you're not even deterring the people that you are directly confronting.
Oh, 100%.
So it's like,
but that's their conflict, though.
Yeah,
That's
That's
like
what
you are if you're
the Joker
Batman.
point was. The Joker point. is.
I, like,
Well, the
like,
Joker-
show
there's
me,
Joker's
do an
different.
episode about
Yeah.
the one nigga that turned his life around after.
Yeah.
Again, those are episodes.
They did that in
do
Invincible.
They do that.
Yeah,
They have that in comic books. They do have that in comic books where people do turn it around. They have it where supervillains turn themselves around. Like the Green Goblin is reformed.
Okay.
Punisher kind of tries to do that with some guy in the Punisher show. It was an ex Marine or military guy that like has PTSD, and he's pissed that they're being treated the ways that they are, so he commits terrorist act, and Punisher knows him personally, and instead of just going in and killing him, he tries to negotiate and saying, you just turn yourself in, you got to stop this shit. But again, that's what their conflict is. Like, that's the whole point of what makes a hero is how far are you willing to stay in your morals. And that's why, without going into it, that's why I fucking love Invincible, because that's the whole entire point of Mark's character development. Is he's trying to be a Spider-Man. He's trying to be a no kills, you got to do it by the book ways, but sometimes you can't do it by the book.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't, bro.
I think one of the best storylines to
What
read
book
for
are
that.
you even going by? Because the law kills
Yeah,
people.
but,
Well, yeah.
The law kills people.
But the law's
like
allowed
the
to.
the actual legal system kills people for doing certain crimes.
No, yeah.
So what book are you talking
No,
about?
that's what I'd say. That's what Born
Well,
Again's going into.
I think the fact that
That's
they're
what
not
Born
above the
Again
law
is.
because they're not, sworn by the law. But there's a very great storyline about villains, trying to, well, not villains, just one villain trying to be better, trying to be a hero. It is in a dirty ass way, but that Superior Spider-Man,
Oh, yeah.
that storyline is fucking peak about a villain who tries to be a hero and sees the struggles in it. Because again, he's trying not to kill nobody. He does punch somebody's jaw off on accident.
He doesn't realize
He doesn't know how strong Spider-Man truly is.
He punches
so he
somebody
gets
and
into a
he's like,
fight.
oh
Yeah,
shit, he's
it's
been
the
pulling
Scorpion.
Yeah, and he's like, oh shit,
He-
Spider-Man's been pulling his punches this
Yeah.
whole time.
Bro, he literally was like, he could have killed us the whole time.
Yeah,
He could have murdered us. the whole
he's like,
time.
shit.
He could have fucked
But
us
see,
up.
that's another part where I'm like,
But also, he realizes that as the person he is, he's still not good enough.
yeah,
Like, because he's like Otto Octavius's ego is insane. Like, if you think Kingpin's I keep going back to this in the storyline I'm reading right now. It's Otto Octavius and Kingpin, and they're both like Otto's trying to steal the mayor position from Kingpin, and he's like, he just went into his office and was like, "Yo, bro, like you ain't shit. Like, you're just some big bald guy. Like, I could fuck you up." He's like, "I hear your wife coming." He goes, "I'm gonna leave just so I don't have to kill her." And he is like, so I'm gonna, and then another Octavius, because again, he recruited once from different universes. He was like, I smell her perfume. That bitch cheap as hell. Like, they were talking shit, and Kingpin's just sitting there just taking it because he can't do anything. But Otto Octavius' ego is through the roof. He's like Dr. Doom level ego. It's crazy. But by the end of the run, he has turned into a very good person to an extent. And by the end of the run, he's like the person he loves the most. He cannot save.
Kingpin or Otto.
It's at the end of the Superior Spider-Man run.
Oh, you're still talking about some.
Yeah, at the end of the run, there's some like this girl that he's in love with. He cannot save. Green Goblin's Gwen Stacying her shit. So he's like, he knows like he can't do what needs to be done. So then he switches places with Peter, and that's how Peter gets his body back. But I don't know where I was going with that. It's just a really good story.
That's what I think. That's why I think.
I got lost in the sauce.
That's why
on
I
that
think
one.
heroes
Love
work
that story.
best.
Yes.
When there's others.
And it's
honestly,
also,
because
like-
there's never just one. Even as much as we love Spider-Man, as much as we think, or at least me, thinks he is the staple of what a hero needs to be.
I agree.
He needs
I agree.
supporting. He needs other people around him to keep him level-headed, or else he loses his way.
He's
I can see that.
He's very level-headed,
Yeah.
but it also shows like Otto could have killed Green Goblin, but Peter don't need to kill anybody to get what he needs to get. He's never killed, well, I mean, except for that one person he accidentally killed in Spider-Man vs. Wolverine issue 1. But
Look, bro.
He don't
Sometimes
kill-
niggas gotta die.
But yeah, but
people
to
can
that
reform.
to that point,
Otto wouldn't have been who he
all
was.
right, you doing what I need for me, but nigga, you're killing people. You killing innocent people. Get rid of him. Bro.
Yeah, but the thing is, like,
But
at
he
the end of
fulfills my side. I
well,
gotta
no,
keep him alive.
that's Batman.
that does,
At
does
the-
sound like Batman.
At the end of the day, like the whole thing with Daredevil is like because he is a lawyer, he still follows the law to an extent. But the thing about him is it's not so black and white. When there's something right to do, you do the right thing. When there's something wrong to do, you don't do the wrong thing. Killing is the wrong thing because that's what he believes as a person. But saving people is the right thing. And if you have to use violence to save people, then so be it. But he's trained himself to be very precise on his attacks so that he doesn't do any lasting damage.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I said like that's
It's not so black and white.
that's why I said like that's improbable because
You're Cole North in the comics.
like if
Black and
you
white.
if you think that
Oh, no.
like you don't know what can like people have conditions and people have all kinds of shit like
Yeah.
everybody can't take 20 punches to the face, Daredevil.
Well,
Like-
so that's like in the comics, he's honed his skills to know what's going on with their bodies.
I smell the cancer in
I
it.
can
Let me pull my punch.
I can smell the reconstructive surgery.
I can smell the autism.
Bro,
Let me-
but
me
okay,
just
so
lead 'em somewhere.
So, okay, we'll get off
Get him a
Daredevil
puzzle.
real quick. Like I want to before we wrap up,
Leave it
I
in
want
a
to touch on. Did any of y'all watch Black Mirror yet?
No,
Yeah, I've been talking about it for.
Black
Flip
Mirror,
out.
bro.
never watched the show.
That one, there's one episode that I like. I liked it for the most part. There was two things. One thing.
Which episode was it?
Hold on.
Okay.
In multiple episodes, they use this little dot thing.
Oh yeah,
that they
the
put on the
eulogy
temple.
shit. Yeah.
I wonder what's up with that because no, there's like that's the only thread throughout like Black Mirror, and it hasn't even been there the whole time. But that's the only thread throughout Black Mirror that like because each episode is like an anthology. It's different from everything else. But like that's the only thing. That's the only consistency.
Have you seen season 2 or when the guy had it and his girl cheated on him?
that
and,
wasn't
like-
the same thing?
I thought
It
it
was
was
an
the same.
implant.
It was in the back of the.
This is like a little thing they stick on their temple.
Yeah.
But like they used it in different ways in multiple episodes, and I thought that was weird.
Well, I mean, it's kind
maybe
of
they
similar.
just recycle the same ideas.
It's kind of similar to that episode then because it's like I want to see your memory. So if she has the memory of her doing that and he wants to cut that memory out, the other guy's memory, Paul Giamatti's memory, was him trying to ex girlfriend out. So in every memory that he went in of the picture, her face was blacked out. So he couldn't see her face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying though is like how they like it's weird that they use the same device in multiple different episodes.
Mhm.
Like I wonder what that's
Is
about.
the whole season out?
Yeah, the whole season.
Did you watch
Maybe-
that?
Because like that's the device that they use for the video game episode. That's the device. Like they use that device for that thing, but they use it differently in different
Did you
episodes. But
watch
it's the same thing.
all of it yet?
Yeah.
I think
Maybe-
it's accessing the person.
No, I don't think.
Like,
maybe at
no,
the
I feel
end
like they're- like
of
maybe
Black Mirror, it's gonna be a Truman Show type thing.
No, I feel like maybe they're trying to hint at something.
I
maybe
was
they
surprised
one
that
maybe
it
they about to drop that
wasn't.
bitch.
Yeah, I wouldn't explain.
I wanna
Surprised that they
relive
wouldn't
shit.
explain it
They
by the
Truman
end.
Show it.
Is it used in the Wyatt Russell episode?
I have no.
No,
I've never
that
watched
one.
Black
That
Mirror.
one he had a head.
Not really.
Like it was like a headset thing on. I think.
like Wyatt Russell.
But like I remember, like they used it in that episode. They used it in the game episode. They used it in like some other. So it was weird that, or they used it in the fucking episode with what's her face, the
Ray?
Issa Rae episode. Like so it's different in each one. But each one they're like sending you into like something virtual with
Yeah,
that
maybe
thing.
they
So how
just
did
like
you feel about
closing it.
the season?
I liked it. I did not like the Issa Rae episode.
Forced- it was forced.
My favorite, huh?
No, somebody pointed that out to me. No, I was watching it with my girl. She don't look like she liked that shit. I'm like, okay.
No,
she acting.
I just didn't.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't like her acting in that whole episode. And I don't. I can't. But because of what the episode was, I can't tell if it's her acting or I didn't like her character. But regardless, I didn't like it. And then I didn't like. But I did like that one episode. There was
Good episode.
Is it the second? Is the second episode with the food processing thing?
No. The second episode is the one with the girl who's a nerd and she like was flipping.
Yeah,
she
that's
was
the one.
changing reality.
They were working
yeah,
at a
yeah,
food.
yeah. I'm
at a
thinking, my
food
bad.
place.
Yeah, yeah.
That one was fucking insane.
That one was.
And apparently, like my girl told me about this beforehand, but like apparently that episode is one where they
the gaslight.
everybody sees a different version of the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like
I saw that.
like so you
Cool.
see a different version of the like so that one was my favorite one because I was like that shit is fucking wild.
No, that was not.
Like that was some good Black Mirror shit. That was like that.
Did you-
That's like.
Did you like that? Did you see that first episode that I was talking about where the streaming shit? With the streaming shit? It's like she got the thing implanted in her brain and was like, Tracy Evan Ross was in the shit.
Oh yeah, I hated that.
Yeah, I
Bro,
remember that.
I saw it. Like I didn't hate the episode, but that shit pissed me off because that company was AT&T. You can't tell me no fucking different, bro. Them bitch ass niggas, bro. They was like,
We can give you better
Go ahead,
coverage.
sign up. Like, oh, you mean the plan that you're already on doesn't work? Oh, I'm sorry. That means you got to upgrade to
Yeah.
Premiere
No,
Plus.
she was doing ad reads in front of kids. Yeah.
Bro, it is Netflix
No,
too.
that's what Black
all-
Mirror is. It's like, it's just like a.
It's fucking meta commentary.
Yeah.
But that whole thing fucking, bro, that episode pissed me off so bad, bro. Bitch ass niggas, bro. How you just gonna start? And every time it was happening, I was like, how you gonna change my shit and not tell me? Like you gonna start using me for ads and not
Insurance
say
companies.
anything?
That's
Like,
that's that
bro.
Black Mirror shit. They were like, "Oh, we can cover."
There's so much capitalism and all kinds of shit. Like they do a lot of good commentary on there. Did you guys? What's your favorite episode from Black Mirror that you've seen so far in general?
Shut up and drive. The one where he was watching the child shit, and then he had to do shit.
Oh, he had to do shit.
Yeah, and then he just leaked all the shit anyway.
Yeah.
That shit.
That was
yeah.
some whole ass
That was-
shit.
Dog, because I'm like, I don't like this nigga, but then it was kind of making me pity him a little
Yeah,
bit.
that was
And then
fucked.
it was like, no, all these people are bad.
Yeah.
They're leaking all this shit.
No, it was-
Striking Viper.
Striking Viper was fucking wild.
That was a wild episode.
Bro,
I
did
like
you
that.
did you watch
already.
the demon one?
Yeah, well, you got like 7 days to like. She had like.
Yeah,
kill
she had
7
like 7 days and she had to kill,
He gonna be
like,
Professor
people-
Snot.
and that shit was
Harry Potter.
was that him?
Yeah.
That shit was wild, bro, because he, like, in that episode, it was like she had to follow what this demon was saying, and it's a demon. So like the demon is telling her like, yeah, you got to do this shit or the apocalypse is gonna happen. And like she was supposed to, like, I think she supposed to kill the guy that was trying to be prime minister or something.
Yeah, she had to
Like, he
kill
was,
like
like,
3 innocent.
super racist and shit, and like none of those people were innocent, but like she had to kill him or whatever, and she tried, and I think it didn't work, but she was trying to explain that to people, and they were like, nah, blah blah blah. And then at the end, the demon was telling the truth, like that shit, that like the world started burning. There was like a nuclear war starting to happen and shit.
Sounds like
But-
Donnie Darko.
Last season was.
It was similar. Like it was, that last season was dope. I think last season probably had some of the better episodes. Like this one was like okay to me for the most part. Besides that episode, that one was fucking
I think
hype.
Black Mirror relies on star power a little bit too much now rather than story, because like the stories be okay, like the Issa Rae episode or even the Common People episode, the first episode. Like I get the story, but the execution is like it's kind of like, I don't know. You paying a lot of money for these people to be in here, but it doesn't really like paying out like that.
Yeah, I liked it. I
At least
feel
this season.
I don't necessarily know if
Thank you, Nick.
if it's the star power, but like to me, I think it hit better when the people were no name, like or
American Horror Story.
yeah, like it hit
Yeah,
when like you didn't know who these people were and they were just doing a good job acting.
I'm
Like
distracted by Issa Rae and
like,
her
'cause,
not gayness.
like low key, I feel like
she didn't want to kiss that girl.
it was the bald. It was Charles Xavier's sister
Yeah.
from Deadpool. But like I feel like, even with that, like it's just the star power thing is like a distraction to an extent. Even with like this season, I think that they did that Infinity, the USS Callister thing. I think they did that literally just because old girl blew up from the Penguin.
Probably.
Like
Yeah.
I feel like that.
Oh, she was in a couple Black Mirror episodes before that. Though.
She was in one
She was in
episode,
one,
but
I
like
was say.
nobody, like I didn't know who the fuck she was. She was just
Fire and Penguin.
a girl. But like I feel like they did that because now she's the lead in this one.
Yeah.
And
They
like,
were
I
like,
feel
oh,
like
they
it's like
watch
a
her in
clout
this,
thing.
they watch her in that. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Star
but
power.
overall though, like I like what Black Mirror does. Like some of these concepts, bro. That first episode, that one that with the where he was going back in the memory, that shit triggered the fuck out of me when I saw that shit.
Bitch, you fuck that nigga.
I was like, bro, that shit triggered the fuck out of me when I watched it, bro. Because I was like, God damn, bro. If imagine if that was real,
Yeah, because she
I would
cheated
have.
on
I would have been. I would have. Oh my God, bro. I would have killed that bitch, bro.
You got so mad. He
You
pulled that
fucking
shit out of his
bitches with
head.
my painting in the background. I paid for this weak ass painting. Like,
And then
bro,
you fucking mid, too.
bro.
Like, damn, what the hell?
But
It's
at the
crazy.
same time, it's also like a dope commentary because it's like even with Black Mirror, one thing that it shows, like, because like my girl was asking about that, she was like, why do they make it like this, like about technology? And I was like, all it's really doing is showing you. All it's really doing is showing it's not about the technology, it's about people. And like even when the technology is different, people still do the same shit. Like even like there's no difference between my man's with the memory thing and going through someone's phone. Like there's no it's the same shit. And like before there was phones, niggas was probably like, let me see all the letters you've been writing, bitch. Like,
Let me see the names on the wall, bitch.
where's your emails at?
Let me check your Gmail.
Bro, but like all of the episodes are like that's what it is. I mean, except for like the super abstract one, like that one with the guy that killed someone and the like he was communicating with they were like sentient computer games.
Oh yeah.
That one was like obviously that one's out there, but like the USS Callister one, that is how that nigga would act. Like if you if somebody had the ability to create sentient life within a video game of clones of people that he knew, a weird motherfucker would do that, what he was doing. Like, so it's like,
Fuck him.
no, like,
he would make Mike the token, Persia the token black character and everything.
no, like he did you see that?
I've never watched Black Mirror.
He created a video game. He was miserable in his life. He created a video game, which is basically like a fake Star Trek. And in the game, he was the captain, but he had this machine where he could make a clone of someone in the video game, and they were like a sentient clone of this person. And he had his own private server because he made the game. So if these people bothered him, the what's the girl from the Penguin's name?
Christina something.
Well, Christina was in there, like she didn't even do anything, but most of these people like wronged him in some way. So then he made a clone of these people in the game so he could fuck with them in the game. And so like he was like torturing them, like when she came on, she was like
his boss. He hated his boss.
He hated
his boss.
It wasn't even his boss. It was his partner.
Yeah.
But his partner.
Oh yeah, it was his partner. Yeah.
His partner exploited him and shit like that. So he made a clone of his son and threw him out of an airlock.
Sometimes that's what you want to do.
But like when Christina
was
showed
Todd
up
from Breaking Bad. So.
When Christina showed up,
don't
she
act on
wasn't
him.
doing what he was saying. So he erased her face, like made her like so she was suffocating, like because she didn't have a mouth.
Pulled a WandaVision.
Yeah, so he was doing all kinds of fucked up shit, and then but that's not a far-fetched idea. Like you could imagine weird motherfuckers doing that in
People
real
get
life.
on UFC, just start fighting in that video game, and they just think about all the people they don't fuck.
we go.
Exactly. Conor McGregor. Yeah, they get on
So-
GTA and just mow down that sidewalk.
It's
not uncommon.
It's not as much about the technology as it is about people. Because like that one episode, I think you were talking about it with the soldiers. The government would do that.
Yeah, they do
They
it
would
now.
that.
Yeah.
Like they were like in that episode they like did something to their brains so they could see the people they were killing as monsters instead of people. And like the government would do that shit. Like, but like it's more about the people, and I really appreciate that. It gives you a lot of thought experiments. Like with
to think.
it does. Go ahead.
I know Nick has to go.
Yeah,
so-
we gotta
Yeah.
wrap it up.
All right, yeah. Real quick. Weekend. Go see that Sinners movie. Very good. Very good. I gave it a 8 out of 10. The ending was a little to me.
Blah.
But other
Kill
It was
black
good.
vampires.
but it wasn't as good as a vampire movie. Like the vampire movies I've seen I
Twilight?
did see Nosferatu. I saw that on I think it was on Prime.
That nigga threw it super simp.
Duh.
Nosferatu's
But
fine.
as far as a vampire movie, it wasn't that good. But overall, and Ryan Coogler is one of the directors that we got to look at. It's like, all right, bro, this nigga's up there with the top tier.
Starting to get
directors
there,
and
yeah.
shit.
Making all the
It was a lot of Easter eggs in the movie and everything. It was just one thing where it was like some vultures, and they were circling over these the KKK members' houses and everything, and it was just an allegory for like these niggas kind of culture vultures a little bit. And I mean, yeah, it's a good movie.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Well,
Don't want to spoil it.
It was fun.
Yeah. Spider-Man
always.
vs. Predator comes out on Wednesday.
It does. No. Oh yeah, and Last of Us 2.
Last
comes
of
out
Us,
tonight.
yep.
Yeah.
It already
I was
came
just
out.
talking about the comic book. There's a comic book, Spider-Man vs.
I'm
Predator.
gonna talk about it more on the next episode.
Yeah.
People being mad at it.
I'm starting to feel my sickness come back. So
I'm gonna.
We got to get
Let's
out.
wrap it up.
Yep.
See you, Space Cowboys, later.
Bitch.